Happy Crimson Tuesday! Woo! Evil Tentacle, you found the new emote. There is a follower emote that is this one's the static one, and the subscriber emote is animated, so it kind of switches between happy button-eyed Nancy and disapprove Nancy. Warhammer 2C, Happy Crimson Tuesday, good to see you. Um, Slash Studio, Foggage Green, Artistic Ulysses, Deluxe Tux, Didact. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yes. You got it. And I just messaged Dan. Dan is still good for tonight as of just now. I would forecast an 80 to 85% chance of Dan tonight. We will see. Variable Danness tonight. Adrian Bauer, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. Grindeslav, Happy Crimson Tuesday as well. Goman Sama, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Of course, Francisco Gonzalez is Grindeslav. There is currently on Steam, there is an application, System Heidelberg, Ash Games. They're having a Steam sale right now, I believe. So please take advantage of that if you want to pick up Francisco's game Lamplight City or any of the other Ash games, including, I believe, Netty Kudalat and some other stuff. There's like some bundle deals happening. If you don't have any of those, you're looking to try them, definitely check out the Steam sale going on right now for Ash Games. Of course, Francisco Gonzalez is currently working on Rosewater, also being published by Ash Games. So take a look for that next year, first quarter. Oblong Fats, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Thank you so much for the sub. And yes, you guys have already found the new Twitch emote. This was by request. Button-eyed Nancy emote. For if you follow the channel, you have the unhappy, and if you are a subscriber, you get the angry eyebrows, unangry eyebrows animated version of that, which looks like, hold on, do I have it? Where is it? It's oh wait, is it this one? Is that the animated one? Okay, no, wait, where's the animated one? I made an animated one. Oh no, how come it's not working? What? New favorite emo. Good. I just don't know why it's not animating. It's kind of bothering me. Mousimus, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. Survivor of Another Day Star Cycle, Warhammer 2C, congrats. That's sometimes what it takes. Foggers Green asks for clarification. 85% chance of Dan. Does that mean that there's a 100% chance of Dan over like 80% of the territory? Yeah, something like that. He said maybe even earlier. So there might be earlier than broadcast chance of Dan across 85% of the area. 100% of the area to 85% of the time. Something. Beta Human, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. Game Dev Jeff, thank you so much for the sub. And yeah, I don't know let me check. Let me quickly check what the heck is going on with the animated one, because I could have sworn. I worked for a good 10 seconds on making the animated one, and I don't know why it's not happening. Okay, hold on. Let's do a little detective work, which is apropos. Oh, and my music, where'd the music go? Did I stop the music? Oh, it's just really quiet. Okay. I'm trying some new music right now, and I'm going to tell you guys about that as well. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, it's not, okay, I see it. Okay, it is animating, but it's not animating on the iPad. Okay, all is well. Well, not all is well, because it's not displaying as animated for me, but all is well in terms of you guys have it, and that's the important part. Whew, okay, here we go. New favorite emote, yes. Okay, let's see. Catching up. Okay. Okay, 2 animated and not. Yes, there is animated, there is not. Okay. The Deladrius, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. Oh wow, Deluxe Tux. I'm checking out the Ash Game sale. I think I've already cleaned them out. Definitely very fair, because those are all very fine games. Real Lady Elfie, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Mr. Colin P, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. I like that. Forecast calling for torrential downpour. Like it. Yankee Gal. Yeah. I I initially pronounced that Yang Kigal, but I see that now that it's Yankee Gal. Hello, Yankee Gal. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Welcome. Oh dear. Okay. That's the first thing first. Yeah, the second thing is we do have some new music happening right now that's a little bit different from our usual. It's been 2 solid years of the Great Canadian Tune Book, which I love, but it's been 2 solid years with exactly the same playlist over and over again. And Galera Dragon has very graciously offered access to her vast library of MIDI music, and this is some of her first set of selections for me that I didn't get a chance to listen to, but we can listen to it together. And like for instance, this track, that's a bit too eerie for me, so I'm actually gonna skip over that one. I'm trying to curate, mysterious but not too eerie, spooky music to try on the channel for newness sake. Speaking of newness, yes, Kigal. I think Kigal is spelled Kegal. Yeah, but anyway, that's not clearly not the right thing. It was Yankee girl. Yeah, Yankee gal. Galera Dragon is also a wonderful Twitch streamer who streams fantastic games, has a vast MIDI music collection that she is very willing to share, and that's another thing for other streamers to consider. If you're looking for music on your stream that most likely won't give you issues with Twitch or YouTube, sometimes MIDI music can be the way to go. We will see with this collection. When I was playing the Catacombs Abyss MIDI stuff, there was one song that it was incorrectly flagged as some song that was an issue, and it wasn't even the same song. But I'm going to play through some of this, and hopefully we won't have any problems. And yes, this is music from Dungeon Master 2, released in 1994, composed and sequenced by Rick Jackson and Alistair Brimble, and archived by Moore Maeglin. Yeah, and they are tiny. They are tiny. That's another thing that I love about MIDI music. And speaking of MIDI music, we will be if we do get Danpor, Dan will be going over 3 of the tracks that still have to be fully polished to go into Crimson Diamond. And I actually just today added 3 of the tracks he had worked on previously. So I'm looking forward to programming them. And they're in the game files now, but I have to program them so they play and stop when they're supposed to. Oh, this is a bit too eerie for me too. I'm gonna skip over this. There's some really pretty ones actually, some pretty piano ones earlier on. Let's try that one. We have a small rock talk. A few weeks ago, I went to the Schickler Occurrence in I guess is it Hastings County up in northern Ontario, and I went to the Schickler Occurrence. It's a site that is known for fluorite. It is known for apatite, and it's known for this third mineral, which we're going to talk about today. I showed the other 2, and this is the last one that I managed to acquire some little specimens of, which I'm very pleased about, and we'll do that talk real soon. I'm also going to give a developer update. A developer update being I am working through. I actually think I finished working through my player feedback. And speaking of Cosmic Void 3, fantastic feedback. I went through all the docs. I finished your Chapter 4 doc bug document, and I think I've corrected everything pretty much. And also the the images you sent me were super helpful. And I was looking in other places because my problem is I don't have a centralized location where I put all the player feedback. I think I got it all now, and now I'm gonna be just putting some final polishes on some of the writing in Chapter 6, and then I'm gonna start writing the design document for Chapter 7. I know what's gonna be in it, but I just have to write specifically everything, and then we'll see how long it takes me to finish it. Unfortunately, it's August. Oh my gosh, unfortunately it's nearly September, and time is running out to launch the game this year. I think I have like 3 more months if I want to release in October or November, and it's not looking that good to me right now, but I'll know better once the design document is done and I know what the assets that I need and things like that. But I might be pushing it back just a little bit more. Real Lady Alpha, you love Flora. I love Flora too. Actually, I have some here in front of me that I can bring up. Black Health and Happy Crimson Tuesday. This is wonderful. Yes, the release date is 5th of September. Exactly, JBL. Speaking of Cosmic Void 3, and Miles Smith, of course, as well, and Slat Studio, modern EGA text parser adventure game developers. I'm one of these folks, and they're some of my favorite people. Cosmic Void has made 3 Tachyon Dreams games, released very recently Tommy Gun Witches. You can check out Cosmic Void's Itch.io page, which you'll find all that wonderful stuff on. Dave Ward's Making Fortune and Glory. You can find Deivor on Twitter at the Deivor, Deivore. Kinney Games is making Signal and Echo Iris is Missing. You can find more about that on kinigames.com. Mousemiss has made Enclosure 3D and is currently making a new game called Escape from Castle Matsumoto. You can find that on Mousemiss itch.io page. Phil Forte has made 4 Snail Trek games. You can find those at snailtrek.com. And of course, Slat Studio is working on Betrayed Alliance 1 and 2. So please check those out. Please support your fellow your modern text parser EGA adventure games. Deivor, yeah, speaking of Deivor, yes, happy Crimson Tuesday to you, Deivor. Yeah, Beta Human, I'm probably not going to push that hard for 2023. Yeah, Nancy Maple Christmas Grindeslav, yeah, I'm probably not going to try to compete with whatever else is coming out in the holiday season. I don't even know, but I assume something will, because something usually does. Deluxe Tech says, there's no point in crunching into an arbitrary time frame. Amen. Amen. Angry Stare Shodan. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you guys are liking the new emote. It's something I know Belkun mentioned it the other stream, and I'm like, yeah, I really should. And it really didn't take me that long at all. But JBL is here, and I don't know how long we're gonna have Judith Butler's lover. Judith Butler's lover. We're gonna run the trailer. First, I guess I should introduce myself. Happy Crimson Tuesday. I am Julia Minamata. I am the game developer of the Crimson Diamond, which probably will be pushed back until 2024. Probably. Wow, this is a dramatic piece of music. I don't know if that's appropriately dramatic for what I'm telling you guys right now, but I'm making an EGA text parser adventure game. I'm a solo dev, except with Dan, the musician. Hopefully, Dan will be joining us later on tonight, but not even that much later apparently. And Dan is back from his whirlwind European tour. So I hope to ask him all about the food that he ate on tour, among other things, and then get a little bit of work done tonight with him. But yeah, we're working on this game together, and it's a mystery. It's about rocks, of which I have an extreme interest and hobby with rocks. More on that after the trailer, but I'll put the trailer up. There is links. I guess Nightbot would have put links. Snowy P, happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, I have links. Where are my links? Yes, all the links are there. thecrimsondiamond.com. You can find the demo on my Steam store page, on itch.io. You can find it on Fireflower Games. Please wishlist the game. It makes a huge difference when launching the game in terms of visibility on the Steam page. The more people wishlist it, the more people buy it, the more people review it, then, hopefully things go well and I can make the sequel. And I have a Word doc, a Google doc with plans. And I'm very excited to start the next one, but we'll see when and how much time I can dedicate going forward after this game launches. But I'm going to show the trailer now, and then we're going to get into, cross-stitching. I've got my cross-stitch progress, I've got rock talk, I've got all kinds of stuff. So we're going to get into it. First, let me turn off this very dramatic music and play the trailer for you guys. So, hold on tight. I don't know. It's pretty tame.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Oh, whoops. Oh, there we go. There I am. Yes. Speaking of, just catching up on chat. Dave booked all Adventure X lodging. Need to figure out how many extra days to spend in England. I have booked, yes, I am going to be at Adventure X this year. I have booked my flights and lodging, all that stuff. Really looking forward to seeing whoever else is going to be there in chat and elsewhere. I am spending some days before the event for the most part. So if you guys are in town the week before Adventure X, yeah, let me know, and hopefully we can figure something out. We can have like maybe a meetup or something. Who knows? Depending on how many people are going. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, very hyped for Adventure X. I am as well, Day of War. I went in 2019 when I was showing the Crimson Diamond and had a wonderful time. And this time, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun because I won't be um, hauling all that gear and having to stay at my table. I get to wander around and check out all the talks and all that. So I'm really looking forward to it this year. And I'll see you guys at Adventure X if you're coming. Oh no, JBL, yes, please, please do wishlist the game. Yes, yes, yes. Nice, nice, nice. Yes, we're gonna have. Apparently, there's gonna be karaoke. We'll see. We'll see. I'm one of those people where I don't drink alcohol and I don't need alcohol to do karaoke. That's I don't know what that says about me, but I guess I'm not that self-conscious. I don't know. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do is we're going to turn off chroma key and I'm gonna show you. Oh yeah, there's the mic. Hide it. Okay. This is cross stitch progress. The end. You can see I'm picking out the end now, which is wonderful. And I haven't used any of the black. That's just the black Ida cloth showing through there, which I'm really enjoying. And of course, this graphic is from Legend of the Sword, which we did play on stream together. And I really like the UI in that game. That game had a lot going for it. A rock solid game made by like 3 English blokes, apparently. Um, yeah, I admired that game quite a bit. So there's that. Which chroma key was it? No, it wasn't that one. It was this one. Okay. Great. Great, great, great. Oh, Real Lady Elf, you're another one. You don't drink and you love karaoke. There's 2 of us at least. Deluxe Ducks, I have not made Crimson Diamond's end screen yet. I don't even actually know what the end final screen is going to be, and actually that gets me excited even thinking about what that could be. So, very good. Yeah, fluorite was mentioned. This is a piece of fluorite, a giant chunk of fluorite that I got myself. I totally picked this up myself from the dirt. I dug it out of the ground, this huge chunk. It's kind of purple. It's kind of hard to tell in this lighting, but I love fluorite as well. We've talked about it before, how you can get fluorite, really nice, beautiful, transparent, richly colored fluorite of many different colors for very reasonably priced. This was, well, like, I won't say this is free because I did have to pay to go on the tour, but that's a nice piece. Oh yes, Dave, you have a rock question. Yeah, at Grinoslav, I'm totally doing karaoke. Totally, totally. JBL says, I've never drunk alcohol, so I step up to the mic and believe it's my moment. A record company executive is somewhere in the audience. I'll be touring with Tracy Chapman in a month. Hasn't happened yet, though. Yeah, any day now. Any day where a star is born, right? We're all gonna have our 15 minutes. And maybe get a one-hit wonder single or something. Yeah. Um... Scantron, good to see you. Yes, I'm glad you're here, Scantron, because yes, this is about the Schickler occurrence, but we're going to get right into just about now. We're going to get into the Schickler occurrence talk. Oh, okay. Dave asked, what's the difference between opal and opalite? I don't know, actually. I don't know what the difference is. Opal is an organic gemstone that has to do, it's like, you know how there's petrified wood? Well, opal, I think, is a petrified other stuff. I could be totally wrong. I don't know much about opal at all, to be honest with you. I'm sorry I can't answer your question. Reality of Deledrius is another one. Same. Sober karaoke for the win. I don't know if that makes us particularly shameless people, but that's fine. Um, I'm average. I'm not a great singer or anything. I'm just average. I can just carry a tune. It's fine. It's not. Hopefully, it wouldn't torture people, but the idea is to choose something short, and that doesn't have a lot of range, you know. Oh, you would do Dave would do karaoke. You don't know a lot of songs. Well, they have the lyrics in front of you and stuff, and it's just fun to muddle through something too. I mean, it's just mostly just friends hanging out. Oh, Pascal Brosov asked about the waiver. So the waiver, okay. The waiver for this particular thing, a lot of sites you aren't actually allowed to gather specimens, but this particular site that is handled by a particular Parks and Rec office or something and they're just a waiver. You have to specify. It's like a 3-day period. You specify that's when you're going to be there and taking samples, and they don't. That's all there is to it, really. That you just write down your contact information, everything, what days you want to go, and you can do it online. It's no problem. Um, and it just, yeah, that's all it is. Maybe it also says if you injure yourself or something, then don't sue us, probably. But yeah, it was very easy to do, and you didn't. I don't think I had to pay for the waiver or anything like that. Okay. Oh, Snowy Pea says opalite is fake opal. Yeah, possibly. JBL. Okay, thank you for adding. Thank you for wish listing Crimson Diamond. Deluxe Talk, not much of a singer, can play well, and no Dan. Dan is just like a probably surprisingly good singer, and like not to say that I would imagine that he wouldn't be, but yeah, he's got quite a nice voice on Dan. So I don't know if we can encourage him to sing us a little ditty when as he's playing music. But let's get into this. I mentioned that there are 3 different kinds of well, not even just 3. There's more than 3 on this. You can see that there is John, our tour guide, who took us to the site, which I do recommend if you've never been. There's geotags and everything, but it's really good to know not only just where exactly the site is, but I didn't have to buy any tools. John provided all the tools. John told us what to look for, and when we found stuff, John told us what it was to help us identify stuff. So at least for the first time, I very highly recommend. I have a. Oh no, I had what was the link? Yes, there it is. The rock hounding tour I took, I put in Nightbot. It was called yoursoutdoors.ca, and there's some packages if you go to the geology interest and a drop down menu. I did the half day tour. They do other tours as well, and some of them are not mineral collecting tours. And that particular one I went to was. So just make sure that if that's what you're interested in. Yeah, Pascal Brosov, you're not supposed to just go to the site and take your specimens. You're supposed to get these waivers, and it's really no trouble. So I have no problem doing that again. And I do hope to go again because it was very addictive. Judith Butler says, I request a full cover of Nothing Compares to You from Dan. He also has to look directly into the camera the whole time, like in the video. I love that song, actually. I wouldn't measure up to Sinead, but I do like that song quite a bit. And I do sing along to that when I've got it in my YouTube playlist. And Deluxe Talks, you would be surprised. There might be maybe not active mines, but what there are a lot of the time with mines that did exist back in the day that have shut down is the area still has stuff. It's just not commercially viable. Like it doesn't mean there's 0% of anything present anymore. It's just like, oh. And also sometimes what happens is they'll have tailings. They'll just have like stuff that was quickly mined up and they kind of dump it in piles on the ground and you can just kind of sift through that. And actually, Bancroft, Ontario is kind of considered like the rockhound capital of Ontario. And apparently, I didn't go because I didn't realize this until one of the people giving one of the talks said so. But apparently, in the middle of town in Bancroft, Ontario, there is like a pile of rock that they were considering doing mining and then they decided not to do it. And then there's just a pile of rocks you can just sift through and you can still find some quite nice specimens in there without having to pay or anything or but yeah, apparently in a lot of places, if you do care to look, there can be sites. Specifically, I remember there was a New Yorker video, and I mentioned it before on stream, that you can actually go to look for diamonds, and people go and they're just obsessed with going. They'll go for like days and days and days and not find anything, but you can find like little bits of diamonds here and there. There are other places that have other minerals as well. I showed you guys my amazing River Valley, Ontario garnet. That's an old mine site that's closed, but there's still like a ton of stuff if you want to go as a hobbyist and collect wonderful specimens. They still exist. There is in Bancroft, Ontario, that area. There's also the Princess Sodalite mine in Sault Ste. Marie. We have an amethyst mines. Yeah, if you know what to look for, you know that these things do exist. You'd be surprised that many regions have something like that. At least in Ontario and in Canada, we happen to have the advantage of having a lot of mineral wealth. And I know not a lot of countries are like that, but the great thing about geology is that the geology changes from place to place, region to region, and oftentimes there are a lot of places that have really cool things. So I would love to do more kind of that type of tourism and go to places and check these places out. Oh, it looks like most large active mines in the US are in Nevada. Oh, what are they mining Deluxe Talks out of Nevada? Okay, let's take a look at this. Last week, I showed you guys some apatite, which was this hexagonal shape, crystals. And the thing below here you can see is an 8-sided shape that's kind of squarish, and this is called scapolite. And scapolite is also present in the Schickler occurrence. And I've got this helpful helpful graphic here that I can sort of rotate to show you. This is what scapolite, the mineral, the crystal, is supposed to look like. And you see, if you look at it head on, it is octagonal, but it's mostly square, but just with kind of like beveled edges in a way. And that is what you're looking for. That's what John instructed us to look for when we were sifting through the dirt, is some kind of a shape with sides to it. Even if it's covered in dirt, that's your first indication that you might have something that's a crystal form of scapolite. Scapolite has a Mohs hardness of 5 or 6. You can find gem quality scapolite, but because it's relatively soft, it's not what is called a ring stone, being something that you would be suitable to wear for rings, which of course diamonds would be, sapphires and rubies would be as well. Because this is a little too soft for that. Diamonds, of course, are Mohs hardness of 10. Rubies and sapphires are Mohs hardness of 9. This being a 5 or 6, not that suitable, but still possible to have jewelry of scapolite crystals, like clear crystals, in like in earrings or pendants or something. It doesn't have any industrial uses. It is also easily attacked by weathering because of that softness. And what will happen is when it gets weathered, it loses that translucency, and it becomes like opaque, and it's still beautiful. It can still keep that shape, but it's just not easy to find really good crystals, at least in the area that I was in, although it is still known for really good crystals. It's a pretty common mineral. Apparently, Canada is known for excellent crystals in the Bancroft area. It comes in colorless, white, gray, yellow, orange, pink, and purple. Purple Afghanistan is known for purple scapolite. Tajikistan is known for light purple. India, pale yellow. Tanzania has some multicolored scapolite. And it's cool that, yeah, all over the world, there's like, you can find these crystals, but the different colors are known to be in certain regions. But that's the basic shape that we're looking at. Is that one there? Scuted. Is that what it's called, Elidria? Scuted corners? Let's go in a bit more into this. And this is, you can see, it's very rough, the kind that I have. I don't have anything close to gem quality scapolite, but I love, you can even see the very fine, the edge here, right? And that's just straight from the ground, and this has just been rinsed off with water. Oh, you got purple scapolite, Pascal. Pascal Brasiv, or just the Bancroft area has purple. This also is hard to see. I have some close-ups with my handy dandy, my loupe. I've got some handy dandy magnified pictures of this, so that'll be a lot easier to see. But this one is kind of interesting because it's called twinned, which means at some time in the two crystals growth cycle, or they were converging, and that's kind of really cool to see. Here again, you can see the indications of some type of like corners on this. That's what I was looking for, as John had instructed, is for the scapolite. And this is a close-up with a loupe. You can start to see, I think there's even some fluorite, some purple fluorite stuck to the side of the scapolite. You can start to see some sides there. Oh yeah, Bancroft is known for the purple deposits of fluorite. But maybe for scapolite, yeah, I mean, maybe so scapolite. The ones I found were not particularly specially colored. Mine were all kind of looking like this. But I do have for another slideshow where I can show more spectacular examples of what scapolite can look like. And here you can see, yeah, this is definitely some indication of crystal growth here at the top. The whole thing is the main prize when you're looking for crystals that they'll advertise is getting the ends, these terminated ends when you have the crystal forms to a point, because that means that's how the crystal, the kind of the end of the crystal's growth is coming to a point like that. And of course, these types of points, especially if it's a softer mineral, it's vulnerable to just being broken off at that point. So it's highly desirable when looking for crystals to get a nice terminated point like that. But I unfortunately do not have that type of a thing. Here again, more indications. This looks like it could have come to a point and then had broken off. And here's a good example of one where I actually have a bird's eye view of this one, where you can more closely see that shape, the very specific shape of what scapolite grows at. And I think it's, actually it's this one, but I have a close-up of this one. I don't know why it's not here. But you can see like those corners, right? And the corners are like the ones on the top of this. Kind of square, but what was it? Scooted corners. Scooted corners. Why is not... Hold on. I had a great photo that I took, and I don't know why it's not in this particular... But let me see if I can find it again. On my phone. This one. Hold on. You can see kind of... Oh, you know what? Let me turn off the chroma key. Okay. This is it under magnification. You can see those scooted corners of the scapolite. And that's from top down. That's what the cylinder would look like. And the hope would be is that you'd have one intact with a nice pointy point. I do not, but I'm still very grateful for the samples that I do have. And I can show them to you real quick. That one I just showed you is this piece here. So it doesn't really look like much, but you know, when you learn about these things and you are digging through muck to get to them, you get this really nice appreciation of being able to find stuff and identify stuff and have that identity verified by an expert. So those are the two pieces of scapolite that I know definitively are scapolite because John told me that they were. Oh, they remind you of scoots. Okay, gotcha. I do have another like a little scapolite slideshow, and here this is a fine example. This was actually another piece I didn't obtain from Bancroft, Ontario, but this is from Bancroft, Ontario. Beautiful white crystals, and you can see again that nice crystal shape of those columns. Most of the other photos I have are not from Bancroft. They're just from all over the world, just particularly nice specimens. There's this one, which is quite nice, and again it's very nice to see that beautiful shape happening there. Oh, hold on. And next we have this. This would be a wonderful example of like gem quality, beautiful, transparent, colored yellow scapolite, which maybe this one is from India because they're known for their pale yellow scapolite. Aline B, happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. Yeah, we're just going through my little presentation on scapolite, which is a type of mineral that has not really any use at all except to collectors. It's not used industrially. It's not really used in jewelry, but it's really cool because the way it grows is this very specific kind of a crystal shape, like this. Really cool. What else? I've got a few more pictures here. This is an example of a beautiful purple piece of scapolite. I mentioned that Afghanistan and Tajikistan are known for their purple scapolite. Yes, it is too soft for those. It's got a Mohs hardness of 5 or 6. You can use it in pendants and in earrings, but nothing like a bracelet or a ring or something. It's a bit too soft for those things. And look at this. This is dazzling examples of colors. I don't know if some of them might be heat treated possibly, but yeah, these are also crystals. And again, you can see that beautiful shape of in fact, these just look like the same picture but just recolored almost, don't they? But anyway, this was just another example of a scapolite that of gem scapolite. But looking at these, they just look like recolored versions of exactly the same crystal. So maybe I should not include this one. Yeah, it looks like they're just filtered. Anyway, here's an example of scapolite if you have a certain type of scapolite with a certain occurrence, you can get them to look, they kind of have a cat's eye effect, which is kind of really pretty. These are Indian scapolites. And here is an example of a pale yellow cut gem scapolite. This one is also from India, I believe. So it is possible to facet this stuff, but you have to be super careful with it if you do want to use it. It's mostly for collectors, I would say, to have this type of a stone. It's not super practical. And that's it. That is the scapolite presentation, and that rounds out the trio of Schickler minerals that I collected. Just a quick review of what John said was in there, because I did show some other aspects. John said apatite, which we did show, scapolite, calcite, which is something I showed because the fluorite occurs a lot in the calcite, purple fluorite, and rusty beige feldspar. Maybe I'll show some feldspar next week, but it's It's not super spectacular to look at feldspar, but I've got some big chunks which I think are feldspar, so maybe I can show those to you guys next time and do a little rock talk on feldspar. Yes, scapolite has a lot of chemistry going on. Scapolite, it's actually it's an umbrella term for a few things that are very similar and easy to confuse. There is it's aluminosilicate mineral. It includes mayanite, muriolite, and sylviolite, and they kind of all are called scapolite, but they have their chemical composition is different formally. Fools gold me once, shame on you. That is that, I think. Is there anything else for me to show? Okay, I showed you that you guys have discovered the new emotes. Scaptastic, thank you. Thank you, Snowy P. Show the scapolite. And I think that's all I wanted to show you guys. We can just do some pixel art, which I have prepped, until we get our Dan. And yes, Dan has not been called off yet, so we can get into some Dan, I think. So let's do that. Oh, and let me turn back on my chroma key. There we go. Cool. All right, let's get into it today. This is where we are right now. This is current progress, and if you guys remember, yesterday, last week we were working on dithering up this table, and I really do like, after a week away, glancing at it now, I love the way that the table is reflecting. Well, the table has got that transmitted light through the gemstones on the table. I love that. I love that effect. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. And we were kind of focusing on the heart mineral, the heart gem. Where? All my folders. There it is. Office close-up from Conquest of the Longbow. This piece that is difficult to look at because it's kind of pixely, but we were kind of trying to fix that, I think. Oh, there's our one there. Oh, good. I'm glad you can see progress. We all know how, if you're looking at something for a really long time, it can be really hard to see progress. I'm glad that you can see it, Snowy P. And here's the heart again. I'm going to do a duplicate of it, and then we're going to work on that a little bit, I think. Because I'm still not totally sold on it. We're going to work on that a little bit until maybe it's Dan time. Oh my gosh, Dave says, I think I'm officially going back to all 71 battle sprites with the orange skin tone. I need to stop doing this sort of thing. What caused you to change your mind back, Dave? I'm very curious. Because I know you're asking for people's opinions on altering your EGA palette that you're using, and you know how I feel about the EGA palette, but I know that it's not the nicest to work with some of the time. But yeah, what caused you to revert? I'm trying really hard to figure out. I want to show some reflected light in there, and I'm kind of thinking about using the blue. That subtle difference between those two colors. Yeah, you dare alter the EGA palette. It's the default EGA palette that we most know about, but technically speaking, you could choose from 64 colors, I believe. So, I know I'm fairly orthodox with my use of it, but there's really, there's not, a super good reason to stick with it if you don't want to, if it's not working for you. But I am very curious about what your thought process was about that. What is this? There is a single pixel here that I cannot get to, and it's bothering me. I want to do this pixel this color, and there's something in the way, and I think it's some kind of dither. Is it this one? Is it this? No, not that. What else is here? This? It's not that. Hard copy 3? Okay, so hold on. Where is this? What is that? This is a red dither. Try new shadow? Okay, it's this one. Here we go. And then this is where's this gray from? This is the game we play with this. Wow, this single pixel is like 5 different colors. It's all my fault. Oh. Okay, yay, we got it. There we go. Now I gotta find the heart that I just turned off. Okay, there it is. Great. Bumblebee had Happy Crimson Tuesday. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you like. I'm glad you like the new emote. Alter the palette. Only cowards won't alter the palette. Yeah, there is absolutely no reason to stick to the default. Oh shoot! Now look at this. You know what? I'm gonna put the heart above everything. That's the lazy person solution. Oh no! Now it's over the nice dithering that I did. Put this one over. Oh no, that's not doing it. Okay, wait. That did not work. Heart copy. God. Yeah. This is all my fault. Where where's this? This is Let's play where is our where are our layers? Let's play where are the layers? Okay. Good. I think I got it. I think we've got it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think the reflected light of the cyan is working for me a little bit better. Oops. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Dave Boy says, not exactly reverting to the orange color, using the same palette as I am for backgrounds. Basically, the orange and purple were just way too valuable for backgrounds, and only using the orange for some character skin and not others feels super weird. Some number of characters will have EGA light red skin, but I think our heroine will have orange. Basically, it felt weird for the kid NPC portrait to have orange and not the main character, and I think the main character sprites are generally better with the orange. That is the difficulty with definitely with working with palettes, is that this idea that they do have to kind of be really versatile, and that can be hard. Well, now I'm chasing this one pixel here. There, okay, this one. And you know, and of course, there really are no rules, really. You know, this is the stubbornest pixel I ever saw. Exactly, it's just not going away. Ah, JBL says, speaking of revolution, although not as radical as changing the EGA palette, I just found out today that the developers of Dead Cells are an anarcho-syndicalist workers cooperative. Nice. Nice. Good for them. It's always good to see different kinds of work and working being explored. Okay, we've got it there. I think that's helping me conceive of this as being rounder. But I still feel like I need a bit of help, and that's just not gonna do. Maybe that's helping a little bit. Like, it feels a lot of this is done by eye. That's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, and it is a brave move changing palette mid project. Go with your gut. Yeah, you can anti-alias dark red and orange into light red. Ooh, getting fancy. I've never done any anti-aliasing. That technique, which it can be very beautiful. How is that feeling? I feel like... Is there still music going on? Yes, there is. Okay. Maybe I'll turn it up for myself. I feel like there's too much. That's feeling better. The achiest breakiest heart since Billy Ray Cyrus. I think it's getting somewhere. I do. And Beta Human says, if Photoshop crashes, I'll request Biomenace. This is the Beta Human promise. Now, I do have Beta Human. I do have Biomenace prepped, and I did tell you guys that I did do some homework, and I replayed the level until I can now enter level 2 of episode 2 with 6 lives. Oh. That is a possible thing to do. Oh my gosh, Snowy P has suggested Adding another color or two to the palette, we won't tell anyone and almost no one will notice. Davor says, replies, you're not wrong about people not noticing because adding 4 colors is exactly what I did. Yes, there are no rules. There are no rules. Oh, Davor said, but I think if I were doing a 16 color EGA palette, I'd be for sure swapping out the magentas for orange, light brown, and dark purple. Nice. Yeah, I'll be interested to see the results, you know? I think it's quite fascinating. Because I didn't even try to make those types of decisions, you know? I just I very happily let those decisions get made for me with the palettes. And I didn't really try to think for myself, which I applaud you for. For me, yes, for me the appeal of the palette is I don't have to make any decisions, they're already made. In 5 years, y'all could be making games 256 colors. Never! And in fact, I told you guys, I would love to make a game with fewer colors, or I would love to make a game with double wide pixels. At least, like, just a brief sampling, you know, of a game. I feel like these, yeah, I'm trying to incorporate some of the green into this area to kind of feel like some of that's reflected. And I think it's helping to unify these two pieces. Because there would be, as we know with the close-up of the old man and the diamond, there should be some reflecting of light happening in between these areas. I think that's subtly working for me. 256 colors, heresy. Yeah, the leaders, I love the limitations. I love having to make fewer decisions. And honestly, yeah, 256 colors is, I think, too many colors for me. I need fewer choices. And I'm not much of a painter. I think 256 colors really works for, yeah, like more painterly backgrounds. And I'm more of a drawer, which I've said before. I like to draw stuff. And it's just less to think about. Maybe okay, that's helping. It's helping a little bit. Give this a bit more dimension. Monkey Toupee, happy Crimson Tuesday. Thank you so much for the resub. Wonderful. Adrian Bauer, imagine colors in the 3 digits. No, no, I can't. 16 colors is the most colors I've worked with on a game. And I'm saying that slowly because I'm just trying to make sure that that's true, and it's true. It's true. This game is 16 colors. Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator is black and green. Recommendation Dog was black and white. The cards I did for Francisco's game Rosewater, there are like brown and purple tones. I have never done more than 16 colors in probably any of my art, even my illustration. I don't think. Yeah, choice paralysis is a real struggle for me, Deladrius. Oh, the Wolves! Fantastic! Wonderful to see you, the Wolves! Hooray! Fictional Pinksit. Happy Crimson Tuesday! Happy Crimson Tuesday, the Wolves! Wonderful to see you. What were you speed running? Were you speed running tonight? Oh my gosh, Black Holson, thank you so much for gifting the subs. Oh, you guys are awesome. Let me get this here. The Wolves. The Wolves. What are you up to? Are you speed running LeChuck's Revenge? Are you speed running Conquest of the Longbow? Are you speed running Gabriel Knight? Oh no. Oh, I didn't do the command properly. What is up in the Wolf's Land tonight? The Wolves. Yes. There he goes. Okay, fantastic. Wonderful to see you folks. Yeah, we're just working on this piece here. I'll zoom out so you can get a closer look at what's going on. And speaking of Conquest of the Longbow, not to say you guys are playing it, but here I'm trying to add Conquest of Longbow heart to this scene here. This scene is a close-up of this scene. This is the one I'd been working on previous streams. Darkside Detective tonight. Is it speedrunning Darkside Detective the Wolves, or is this your first time playing it? Yes, 4-color gold ones out. 4 color is good enough for print for a long time. I think you're in good company. Thank you. Oh, and Deluxe Tux is wearing Darkside Detective right now. Snipe, you want more people to speedrun Conquers of Longbow? That's a challenging one, and I know very much from you folks how challenging that one is. Okay, speedrunning Darkside Detective, nice. I will be playing the second one on stream in due time. Do you have like is there a time? Is there a leaderboard for that yet? Darkside Detective, like what's your time looking like for that game? Oh, Blahausen said, I'd love to see Julie put together her own color palette. I'm interested in that challenge. I am. Very much interested. This is the scene we are kind of doing a close-up for. It's full of adventure game Easter eggs. We've got this dragon from Rise of the Dragon, this idol from Secret of Monkey Island, the Ark of the Covenant in this box. There is a Wadget Eye here from Wadget Eye Games on this kind of hieroglyphic slab. This basket is from Voodoo Lady's rooms in Secret of Monkey Island as well. This globe is from the Colonel's Bequests, The Study. This is from Conquest of Longbow. The heart is from Conquest of Longbow. These gems by the heart are from Fester Blatz's Emporium, whatever it's called, from Space Quest 3. These are the Civil War. It's not the Civil War jewels. It's these jewels from Colonel's Bequest are here as well. So this is just a close-up of some of these little Easter eggs. Oh, okay, let's see. Okay, 5 or 6 runners on the leaderboard for Darkside Detective. Nice. Yeah, what's the record? Is it any percent? Or is there 100% for that one? I believe I have the Darkside Detective on some library or other, and I need to get to it. Because it is really cool looking. I think I'm pretty happy with the way that this is turning out, although I think it just needs something darker at the bottom. Maybe it needs a bit of like the gray to settle it down. Let's try a bit of gray. Duly percent. Okay, here we go. Wow, okay. The wolf said, so I've been learning the run, so doing it case to case, most are around 2 to 3 minutes long for each, wow, each case. Did the first 6 cases tonight in just over 20 minutes, but world record is around 17 minutes. Wow. Okay, so there must be like 6 or 7 cases, I'm assuming then? Yeah, I think we're gonna need to darken up this area here. The pixels being different sizes, it was, yeah. That's that can be kind of a funny one. For me, it's when the pixels get to rotated sideways. They do that a bit in like Stardew Valley when something like the fishing rod or something is moving or something, like the line gets like the squares get rotated 90 degrees, and that does bother me a little bit. Oh, okay, there's 6 cases in the main category of the wolf says. Will be a bit longer with bonus cases as it will add 3 more on. Oh, wow, I didn't realize that. Okay, and the gray makes sense if it's, yeah, green and red meeting. Yes, 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 yes. Oh god, the rotated Stardew pixels, why? Deleters is another one that it bothers. Okay, good, I'm glad I'm not alone. This is one of the many reasons I enjoy streaming. Because it's nice to know you're not alone. I'm not alone in being bothered by the Stardew Valley pixels when they rotate like that. Oh, nice. Okay, Snowy P has started Dark Side Detective recently, and it's very cool. Also, why I wasn't watching the Wolf speedrunning it, as I still want to play it casually. Yes, that's another thing. I do want to play that as well, and that's why I have to sometimes avoid people's streams. I'm kind of thinking I want to add that gray to this one too, just a feeling to help ground it, I guess. And in fact, I don't like the way that these. I don't like the way that that's converging like that. I might fix it. Yeah. Yeah, mixels, Blaholt. Is that what they're called? Mixels? Because that's a perfect name for them. Oh, Aline B, another one's like, there's like 5 or 6 of us who can't take those rotated pixels. Yeah, I don't know why. Why? Don't. I mean, of course, do it as you please, but yeah, it's just. Mm. Sad face, confused face. It's the face. It's the Nancy face. Way to go. That one. To the mixels. Oh, Art Burkless, good to see you. Art Burkless says, I'd be so bold as to say that if it can be rotated, it isn't a pixel. Deleters is not a fan of subpixel animation. I think I'm cool with subpixel animation as long as the orientation stays the same. But I don't know. I don't know a lot about subpixel animation. We did talk about subpixel animation before, and I cannot remember for the life of me. Okay. Blahout says, yeah, I think mixels is catch-all term for any off-grid pixel art. Oh my goodness, who do we have now? Who is that? Who is the stranger in chat? Welcome, stranger. Happy Crimson Tuesday. We have a Dan the Band. We have a Dan the Band. Let's shout out Dan the Band. Good to see you, Dan. Good to see you, Dan. Dan, you've got perfect timing. Well, you should because you're a musician, so you should have very good timing. Are you live, Dan? Are you ready to raid and get onto some music, which we haven't gotten to do in a while? If you guys have not gotten a chance to see Dan stream music for the Crimson Diamond, you're in for a treat. We're going to be looking at some pieces that we composed a little while back to polish them off, to add them to the game so that we can have more music in the game, which I'm very excited about. Give me a few. Almost ready. Okay, almost ready. And then, of course, I'm going to grill Dan on the wonderful European tour that he was on with Jean Paul, where they got to go all over the place. The music's no good without you. It's true. Bill Kuhn, greetings. No, Bill Kuhn, yeah, you were the one I remember reminded me that I needed to add Nancy face to the emotes. Oh, Blahostin, yes, Dan was in your neck of the woods. He was. I'm gonna ask him all about all that stuff when he goes live. Yeah, I feel like, oh no. See, I feel like even this needs the gray. I think I'm gonna go back on what I had said initially about some of this gray, because I feel it needs it to differentiate the shape from the rest of this. Maybe just a bit of reflected light. Oops. Here we go. Ambersine, good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, Dan, the tour stuff is just amazing. And I got to tag along a little bit in Montreal for a couple days, and I don't know how Dan does this for weeks at a time. But we will find out. Ah, Seagull 2000, you like the gray? I'm glad you like the gray. I think it needs something. I'm kind of fighting the impulse to just go back to gray all the way, because I feel like I think I like something about some of, yeah, I think I like it not just pure dithered here. I think there's some hand doing needs to get done on this. Oh, what happened to Denmark, Blaholtzen and Dan? Cosmic Void says the red is darker than the dark purple, right? With regard to the purple gem, might be worth anti-aliasing a bit, placing a dark purple pixel after a pink pixel as it touches a red pixel. Just an idea. Dark purple pixel after a pink pixel. Oh, okay. Oh, you could. Black Hole said I was only a little worried for him being in Denmark. Is what you mentioned. So I thought something had happened. And then Dan said there was the excitement there. Uh-oh. Well, we can ask Dan when he gets on. Placing a dark purple pixel after a pink pixel. Dark purple after a pink. After a pink? Oh, because you're Swedish and Southern. Okay. Okay. Well, we hear what Dan has to say for sure. As it touches the red pixel. Purple. Dark purple after pink. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the formula is here. Oh, whoops. This one's not right. Purple gem. Place dark purple pixel after pink pixel. Uh-oh. Trying to get... There's well, I consider that purple. I consider magenta purple. Oh, it looks weird now. It looks weird. It looks too weird. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna do what I did with the heart. Like, why don't we just be consistent? Well, I'm gonna... For the most part, it's going to be gray, and then it's going to fade out onto the edges to purple. This music is really dramatic. Something. It's not bad. It's not bad. Oh my goodness. You consider magenta purple, Dave. We're interesting. Magenta's purple. It's in this purple spectrum. Did I say I think of it as pink? I don't even remember what I just said. What did I say? I feel like it's both. Dramatic, but not phantasmagoria dramatic. It's not a choral Gregorian chanting. Okay, magenta looks more purpley. Color words are a mess, because it's kind of a matter of... Oh no! Look what I'm doing. I'm making a mess. Speaking of messes. I'm making a mess because I'm not being consistent with the dithering here. Bit like so. Oops. And then down here. Oh, Dan, fantastic. Okay. You like the blue gem? Good, good, good. I'm glad. Cosmic Void. Okay, this is, yeah, it's coming. I think I do like adding a bit of that gray to get it grounded. We're going to move it on to Dan. We're going to have some Roland MT32 go on. Find out about how the European tour went. All that good stuff. Let me set this up to raid. Let me set this up to raid. And then I gotta... Oh, yeah, I almost forget how to do this. Okay, wait. Set this up to raid. Nope. Dan the band. Dan the band. We can also ask Dan what he thinks about karaoke. If he does it or not. Okay. I'm going to quickly just save this out to my Google Drive as usual. Okay. Oh, save, I said. Oh. Save it to... Okay, let's save to the external, just for now. Okay. The MT32. 32. Okay. Close this up. Great. Okay, I'm going to set this up to raid. I'm going to grab the Zoom link from Dan. Look forward to this. If you've not, and if you have, you guys know how wonderful Dan is of a musician. Oh yeah, I gotta get the Zoom link. I gotta get the Zoom link to get there, so I can join you guys. In fact, Dan, did you not? Oh, there it is. Okay, now Dan just gave me the Zoom link. Okay. How many MTs does it take to screw in a light bulb? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna raid. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna raid yet. I'm gonna wait for that to count down. Just take 32 to screw in a light bulb. The light bulb. Light bulb, Dan. Okay. Joining you shortly. We gotta get this guest star thing working on Twitch, Dan. We have to, like, we gotta set some time aside, now that you're home, to figure out guest star, because I think that'd be a real good thing. I'm going to raid. Alright, why wait? Let's do this. Okay, see you guys over there. Stay tuned. We're gonna just go over to Dan's channel. You're leaving in 10 minutes? Are you serious right now? Okay, wait a sec. Okay, I'm raiding. I'm raiding!
Welcome, everybody. What's going on? Happy Crimson Tuesday. It's really me. I think, anyway. I'll check later. But, yeah. Hi, guys. It's been a while. And it's good to be here and be back with Julia streaming on Twitch for everybody. I actually, yeah, I'm like... You know what it is? I've been in and out of town so much the last 3 months that think I was home before this week. I was home only for like 5 days for the whole summer. I was in Canada for 2 weeks. I was in Europe for 4 weeks. I was in Seattle for a week and a half. So I was all over the place. Needless to say, I think did I stream once since I got back or no? Really? Oh. Yeah. Well, I ended up leaving the next day. Oh, Julia is muted. Sorry. Julia is muted. Now she's not muted.
Yay! So you were saying
I
that
was saying
you had to go. You had to go somewhere and stuff.
I had to go somewhere last week. Yeah, we ended up
Yeah.
going to Philly for a couple days.
Holy cow! So you've been go go
So
go
I
go
really
go.
haven't been home, and it was weird because I got home for like 2 days and then left town again. But it is what it is. You know,
Yes.
that's the life that I don't know if I signed up for it, but the life that I live.
Yes, that appears to be the case. Yes. How is I like to ask this just about every time, but yeah. So you were in the UK for a bit, and then you ended up
Yep.
in Scandinavia area.
Yeah, we went to France, we went to the UK, we went to Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Germany. Where else did we go? Holland. I think that's it. I think it was 7 countries. Yeah, it's something. It's something else. You know, and the funny part is we sleep on a tour bus a lot when we're on tour instead of in the hotel. And it's not because we don't want to sleep in the hotel. It's because there's not really time. Infinite Dan and Julia's. Oh dear.
What have you broken? What have you
I don't know.
broken?
Looks okay to me. Still okay, everybody?
Uh, Dave where has it? But hey, there's Francisco.
Ah, Grundislav.
Okay, Evil Tentacle says also looks fine. So
Okay.
hopefully for
All right.
most of everyone's fine. My I always ask this question about the food because I actually got to hang around with you guys in Montreal for a couple days, and I can't imagine living for 2 months on French fries. So what what were you guys eating?
Oh, I see what he's seeing. Hold on, I think I got it.
What happened?
Full screen. There we go. Now you should just see. There we go. I think that was the problem.
Eh,
Yeah,
let's see.
that's Zoom. Whatever. There's a
All
new piece
right.
of software which I've told some people about, which is called Muse. The only problem, they don't have a gallery, like a proper picture gallery just yet,
Mm,
but it's free software and it's
okay.
built for audio. So the audio um, quality is really good.
We also have to try guest star.
You also have to try Guest Star, yes.
Yes. Now
That's
that
a
you're
good
home.
question. I don't know, Deluxe Tux.
Oh yeah, I heard that about Zoom have telling that this should, which is the irony of Zoom wanting their staff to be in office. Yeah. Oh no, Grindelstuff here's guest star is garbage. Oh no.
Really?
Oh, that's disappointing.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, Muse and Zoom and platforms like that are literally built for video conferencing. I mean, you could also try using Google Meet or
Mm,
potentially like I don't know if WhatsApp works on PC. Not sure that it does, but
I don't know.
you could use
I don't know.
FaceTime if you were on uh, Mac products, but even that would be a little clunky. The best option right now is probably Zoom, but yeah, yeah,
Mm.
that's I saw something about that too. I don't know. I don't know too much about it. But I do know that Muse is really nice, and once they get the gallery thing down, it'll be perfect for this.
Okay. Good. Good. Good.
And it's free for the moment. I've
For the
talked to
moment.
the guys who work on that site and own it and manage it and whatever, and it's a small dev team like many of the indie games that we're all familiar with. And they said that they don't plan to monetize it until they really have all the bugs worked out the way they want to. So I was like, cool. Even when they do, maybe it's a better option than something else.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what are we doing today? We're gonna make some music.
We are gonna make some music, but I did
Okay.
I did want to ask you quickly about, yeah,
Oh,
like
we can
with
go back here.
the type of foods and stuff.
Oh yeah, type of foods.
Yeah, like what kind of foods were you having in all these places? Did anything stand out as something
Okay, so I
particularly
ate
good?
at two different Indian restaurants.
Yeah, did you
One,
get to go to the Indian restaurant that you like to go to?
no, I didn't go to Amsterdam, so I was not
Okay.
able to go there.
Okay.
But I went to two Indian restaurants and I ordered the hottest thing on the menu both times.
Uh-huh.
And one was hot, beat me up. And the other one it was all right. It wasn't that hot.
So do you like, I didn't know you liked really spicy food.
Yeah, generally
Okay.
speaking, really spicy
Oh, okay.
foods.
Huh.
Like ridiculously spicy. Like the Jamaicans that I tour with look at me funny because they think I put too much pepper sauce on my They're like, "Whoa."
Oh. Oh.
Yep, definitely. And I got some pepper sauce from where? I want to say it was from
Mm.
Canada.
Mm?
Yeah, I forget, but I got a couple of them. As I usually take home some mini little souvenirs from
Hot
backstage or
sauce.
whatever, because they give us all kinds of random stuff.
Oh,
And yeah, we
nice.
have we played a lot of shows in Europe. We played a lot of shows in Canada too, for that matter.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
And then our next show, we actually go back to Europe in a couple weeks,
Ooh.
like
So where
10
where
days.
specifically?
Rome and Hanover. So Rome, Italy, and Hanover, Germany.
Nice.
And I want to say we stayed in Hanover the other day. We had to stay there only as like a stop because our drive was too long, too many hours in a
Mm.
row.
Mm.
So we drove like, I don't know, 14 hours one day and 14 hours another day or something like that,
Do you
and
guys
stayed
have
at a
one driver? I
hotel.
thought you guys had two
We
drivers.
had three at one point.
Oh God.
Because what happens is like the driver, so you get a tour bus, right? And it's really nice. I don't know if you've ever seen one, probably not really. They're
No.
really nice. They have bunks so you can sleep on one level. On the bottom level, you have like a kitchen and like maybe a lounge area with TVs and couches and tables and stuff so you can sit down. And upstairs usually has one lounge as well, or maybe two lounges, depending on how big it is.
Hmm.
But it's comfortable. So I was able to sit there, set up my laptop, and make music while I was on the tour bus. I was not able to carry my MT32 with me on tour, though.
Oh dear.
That was not a
Yep.
thing,
Yep.
but it was cool. Yeah, and we got home the 19th, I think. So we just got home. Yeah, 10 days ago, we got home.
Hmm.
And then I left town again just for a little bit of family time. And then, yeah, another 10 days, we go back to Europe briefly.
Briefly.
So we'll have some. I know we're going to Guyana later this month, or later
Nice.
next month, rather. We're going on the reggae cruise for a couple days
Hmm.
in December. And then we're going next year. We're going to go to Australia for a couple weeks
Oh,
at the
awesome.
beginning of the year. So it'll be their
Awesome.
summer, our winter.
Very nice. Very, 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 very nice.
So a lot of travel, a lot of shows, and hopefully I can finish up all this music quick
Yes.
and
Yes.
send you files. Even more
Yes.
importantly,
That is very important because I don't know about launching this year, but I would like to have like as much of everything in a like all the ducks in a row as possible um going forward. So
yeah,
yeah,
for
we're gonna
sure.
be bothering you about getting tracks, even though like I know when you're away, it's kind of impossible to do that. But
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not impossible for me to make music.
right.
It's just impossible for me to carry the MT32 with me.
Yes.
And it's not a good idea because if the thing breaks,
Yeah, we're screwed.
then I'm like I'm back on eBay spending $300-400 now that the prices have gone crazy on these things.
Really?
Yeah, they're like $200-400. Yeah,
Jeez.
I don't know. We should look on eBay and see.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Oh no. Well, who else is using them? Like, what is the demand for?
Uh there shouldn't be a demand because yeah, look, three
Gee,
and
you got yours for
change.
150, right?
I don't remember.
Hmm.
Probably. Here's one for 199 working, but ooh, it has rack ears. That's
What?
cool.
What's that?
It has rack ears, so I can put this into the rack that I have because
Hmm.
that's where it's sitting right now. I just don't have the
Oh,
actual
okay.
metal cutout that that one does. So like you can see, this is what it looks like, right?
Mm-hmm.
With no rack ears. This is like some custom thing, which is kind of cool. I still don't want to pay $200 for the rack mount
Oh,
though, or 500 or 600 or yeah, that's I don't even want to look at these anymore.
no, 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 you don't really need
Yeah,
to.
that's what it is. So
I have,
let's go to the music.
yes, I have one last question before we go to the
Yes.
music, just one.
Yeah.
Um, do you like to do karaoke?
No.
Okay.
Resounding no.
Okay. Because we're talking about adventure action people who are going and not, and it seems there's a contingent of strong karaoke
Oh,
people,
I
and I'm one
bet.
of them. I'm really
I
into it.
bet.
I'll do
I
it.
mean, I think I'm trying to liken it to some game dev task or job that you would have where you would be like, yeah, I'm not doing this in my off time kind of thing. I don't know.
Oh, I see. You consider it like work?
No, but it's just no. No. I mean, every once in a while you have good. I don't know. I was thinking about Game Jam, but I I don't. I think developers enjoy game jams, generally
Uh,
speaking. I don't know.
Francisco says I've never met a musician who likes
Yeah,
karaoke.
no, no,
Is it
no. It's
because
not
it's
for
just
me.
like, oh, this you guys are terrible because you're used
Well,
to
it's
professional
it's it's
singers?
bad all around. So
Eh,
let's say, like, you. How many drinks are we going to give you first? Then you're going to go up and sing a song so you think you sound better.
no, I don't drink, so I don't even
No, I'm
do
not
that.
saying you. I'm just
No, I
saying
know,
the
but just
average
like the
person.
average, okay, normal
Yeah,
people,
the
okay.
average person is going to go have a bunch of drinks. They're going to get
Uh-huh.
up there because they think they sound amazing after a few,
Uh-huh.
and they're going to go, wail their hearts out. And it's like, man,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So there, Deluxe Tux brings up an interesting point. Developers both love and hate game jams, and it's a super rough experience, and then they do it anyway. Well, it's like Crunch, right? You have Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. I don't know. How is it with like a mostly one man show? Do you have Crunch?
Oh, sure. Like the Francisco crunched hard on the end of Lamplight
Really?
City. Yeah, and that's why he's not doing it this time for Rosewater. That's why he pushed Rosewater back to March.
Ah,
He's
smart
like,
guy.
it's terrible. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Yeah, it seems to me like I've never done a game jam, but it seems like the worst part of game development and
Thrown
for
into two
fun.
days or whatever.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
day,
yeah.
2 days, a week, something like that.
Yeah, I don't like for me, I like to really be able to think about what I'm doing and mull stuff over and ponder and refine. And like the game, like it's a for me, I don't know. I want to try Game Jam just once to say I did it and maybe I'll prove myself wrong, but I strongly feel like it's not my thing because the way I work is very slow and deliberate. Um,
Yeah, I mean, for me, my role in that would be not that difficult, but
Hmm.
it would also be like, 1 to 2 week game jams are fine. It's the weekend ones that are the most crunchy. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know if you started there, but Francisco, were the Ben Jordans just developed on your own, or were you doing that as part of game jams?
No, there weren't game jam stuff. That was just his own projects.
Was
I
it
mean,
just
I don't mean to speak
projects?
for him, but I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure
Okay,
that's what the
okay.
case was.
Because I wanna say like some of these projects do begin as game jam projects, but I don't think that's very common.
Well, there are other games that he worked on that started as kind of like shared asset type of little project things that everyone kind of like worked on their own with same assets. Like those were
Hmm.
called no, Reality on the Norm games or something. Like
Hmm.
AGS community would do like
No,
these
but I
little
mean,
games.
like, you took the game that you made in the jam and then you put it in. You just decided, oh, we're gonna make this into a full game kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that was a thing.
No, I've seen it. I mean, I've seen it. I just
Oh yeah, yeah, like Dark Side Detective we were talking about earlier, the Wolf's rated not too long
full
ago.
adventure games that started as game jams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, Dark Side Detective did start that way, and then they expanded on it.
Oh, that
It
was
does happen.
originally a game jam game.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't played it, but it looks really good.
It looks great.
Yeah,
Looks great.
I haven't played a game in a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
long
That
time.
that's actually like I guess we do want to get to work, but yeah, I mean, what do you? I guess I can't. I don't need to ask that anymore then in
No,
terms
the
of what you're
closest
playing.
thing I got to playing was today with my daughter playing My Friend Peppa Pig on the
Oh,
Switch, which is really a terrible experience all around
oh, oh,
because for some reason, it has crazy loading times,
oh, weird.
but the graphics are no better than what you see on like an iPad
Right.
her
Huh.
Amazon tablet. They look the same. I'm like, why wouldn't you just play the Peppa game on the tablet that runs way faster than this?
Yeah.
Loading time? I mean, come
Hmm.
on.
That is strange.
Who
Um,
knows?
do you know about Ultra Destiny, that Accolade adventure game? Have you seen it or
Altered
played that
Destiny.
before?
Sounds familiar.
Okay, because that's what I'm playing right now for my Let's Play on
Sounds
stream.
familiar.
Okay.
Well, let's look it up. Altered Destiny.
Destiny.
EGA, right? Of course.
Yes, of
Oh, and
course.
you're the first thing that comes up.
I am because on YouTube I'm the only one who's been Let's playing the EGA version. Same as Rise of the Dragon EGA. I was the only one playing it in EGA
No,
on
I'm not
YouTube.
familiar with this. I'm
Okay,
looking at
cool.
unless there's an alternate cover. I've never seen this before.
Oh, I think that was the cover from back in the day.
This is an ad for it.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
It's
that
really
looks
cool. It's
really
like it's a
nice.
text parser graphic adventure game, and you can play it like in kind of like Amiga. You can play it like the DOS one.
Yeah, this
Um,
says
it's got really beautiful MIDI music.
1990 on DOS. It was ported in 2020 to Windows.
Yeah, I
1990
got it on
Amiga.
GOG, but
Okay.
you can run the setup file and change it to EGA graphics, and then also if you edit the a file, I forget what the file was called, setup or add or something, AD, you could change the music setting, and the MIDI music is really good in this game. So
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'd never heard of it or played it either. I might have vaguely heard of it back in the day, but I'd never played it, and so I'm having a
You
really tough
should
time with that
add
one.
your gameplay video to Moby Games.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. Cool.
Yeah. These are the reviews. Like there's a lot of it depends on the game, but this is probably the most accurate
Hmm.
source, which is not necessarily saying much, but it's the most accurate source that we have at the moment for like PC games, retro PC games. Like the yeah, like it'll show you credits, all kinds of different stuff. Now, I'm not saying this is all correct because people
Hmm.
put this in. It's like by
Yeah.
hand. But this Moby Games is probably the best resource we have for PC, DOS, Amiga, Windows,
Yeah.
Apple, any of that kind of stuff. That's pretty much the only resource I would say.
Hmm.
I would say.
Hmm.
Yeah,
All
cool.
right. Well,
I don't have
good.
this one.
Yeah, it's really. Yeah, it's a very good, high quality game. I mean, last thing Grindeslov says about karaoke, then we'll get to work. He says, "Feel like karaoke to a musician is like an adventure game developer playing a fan made game with all Cedric references and moon logic puzzles."
I don't know what it's like. It's just bad.
Oh my goodness.
That's way more complex. It's just generally, although I did enter a karaoke contest once.
What? What'd you sing?
I think I sang "Your Body Is a Wonderland."
Oh my god.
And that was like, but this was like, like 12 years ago or something at a like a beach bar or something like that. And my friend she was in charge of the karaoke,
Uh-huh.
but she wasn't actually one of the judges. So I actually won, like semi fair and square. And she's like, "Yeah, you got to come back and compete again for this." And I'm like, "Nope, that is not happening."
That's amazing. Okay,
Yeah,
you know what? I told these guys that, oh, you know what? Dan actually has a pretty good voice when talking about karaoke and stuff. Like,
no, that's not true.
yeah, you do.
No.
You won a karaoke
Yeah,
contest.
but that's not saying much.
Well, you're just comparing yourself to Gwen Stefani, or what are
I'm
you doing? I don't
comparing
even know.
myself to the professionals that I work with. Yes.
Well, in that case,
Yeah.
okay, fine. Well, no karaoke for you then.
Oh, two physical copies of Ultra Destiny and early release in the retail both have same art. Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, jeez. So that's another thing that I kind of discovered recently that I didn't know, that there's a lot of apparently acting crossover that comes into music, and especially in the performance side,
What?
like
What does that mean?
executing on recording for people who are singing mostly and
Oh,
doing
sure.
lyrics.
Yeah, yeah,
For this,
yeah.
it's less so because there's not really there's no like we're not recording, we're not recording our voice
Mm-hmm.
basically. You can say that there's expression and I don't know what the actual word is for it. It's just kind of the way you express with your voice should be the most
Mm-hmm.
expressive instrument possible, right?
Emoting. It's emoting.
Yeah, it should be. I don't
Yeah.
think most people think of. I think that's what most people think of if they're gonna cry during music. It could be orchestral stuff. It's like moves you, whatever. But I think generally it's the voice. That's the most. That's the first
Yes.
instrument and the most important instrument.
Yeah, like for instance, if you're Adele and you're singing like a song about a breakup or something, you got to sound emotional, even if
Yeah,
you've singing it every day on tour for like 3 months or something. You
yeah,
still have to deliver that emotion.
exactly.
Yeah, I've heard that before, and that can be pretty difficult, I'm sure, and especially if you're recording it, especially that.
When you're recording it, it's like once you put it out there, you don't get a chance. So unlike
Mm-hmm.
games,
Mm-hmm.
you're like, oh, you know what? There's a bug. We'll fix that. No problem. Next day, here's a bug fix. Yeah, I know it's not next day, but you know what I'm saying. So here's a bug fix. Cool, we fixed it. If there's a bug on your album or your
Yeah.
song, that's
Yeah.
it. It's staying there. You can't I mean, you can pull your music from DSPs and put it back up there. You can, but you're going to lose all the streams that you had and
Mm-hmm.
any momentum that you had from one. So that really hurts.
Yeah.
It really hurts your brand because the algorithms of Spotify and the algorithms of the other DSPs don't want you taking down the same song
Right.
and re-uploading the same song.
Yeah.
They just and it's bad for your stream. So if you have like momentum, let's say you got, I don't know, 100,000 streams in a week. It's pretty. It's okay. I mean, it's not amazing, but those are like maybe realistic numbers for somebody to maybe hit with some kind of minor impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the way that works is, okay, now I've got 100,000 streams in the week. That averages out to like what, 13, 14,000 a day or something. I'm doing my math really poorly, but something along those lines. And then it's like, okay, so you're getting that a day, then you shut it down. Now you're getting zero a
Yeah.
day. So you're
Yeah.
starting again from zero and
Yeah.
hoping that people are going to play the song again and it'll take off and go
Yeah.
viral-ish again. On Bandcamp, it wouldn't be as much of a problem. No, wouldn't be. No, but if you think about it this way, if you're only releasing on Bandcamp, then I don't know that you're generating any kind of. Well, let me be careful about how I say this. I don't think you're one of the top earners in the music business if you're on Bandcamp, because it's not a DSP in the same way that something like Spotify or Tidal or Deezer or um, Apple Music, any of these, or even YouTube for that matter.
What's DSP?
So that's just digital service provider. It just
Okay.
means like, so what you do when you want to release a song, right? You could put it on Bandcamp for free. You just upload the MP3 and go for it. But if you want to get it to Spotify or Apple Music, or you need a distributor, right? So to get to a distributor now, it's very easy. We can just go to a couple websites, CD Baby, TuneCore, DistroKid, and those are tier 3 distribution. We can get those just by going to the website and signing up. It's pretty simple. We sign up with the distributor. We put the music, we upload the music and the metadata to the distributor, in a way kind of like the Steam store with a lot less regulations.
Hmm.
Because there's no real guidelines on what you can and can't put up in your music.
Mm-hmm.
It's either going to have an explicit tag or it's not. There's not like ratings or
Mm-hmm.
you say the F word 140 times in 3 minutes, you're still same rating as somebody who only says it once. You know what I mean? Unlike movies where they'll change the rating from PG-13 to R to whatever.
Right.
NC-17 if they still do that one.
Don't know.
I don't know. Anyway. I like it. Yeah. Bandcamp isn't meant for streaming. Exactly. It's meant for downloading, and it's kind of more of a direct to consumer platform. Like, think about it it's kind of like, anyway. That's not a good analogy. I'll leave it out. But it's just the DSPs are what generate the most visibility for people.
Okay.
So if I want to go play shows at some point, let's say I want to take the Crimson Diamond on tour. That's going to be very tough sell because of the market, first of all. So I could go to my people and say, all right, well, I'm going to play in this city for 15. I'm going to play in this city for 30. I'm going to play in this city for 10, whatever it is. You could do that. But if your Spotify numbers are big, you're probably going to have regional fans. So like, you can look at somebody's Spotify account and say, your own Spotify account, if you have or management access to it, and say this region is where I'm getting the most streams from. So like it might be Toronto. So I'm getting the most streams of Crimson Diamond from Toronto. Cool. Well, I want to go play a show in Toronto then, right? Because that's where I'm getting the most streams. Obviously, I'm not talking about video game soundtracks because there's very few that you can actually tour off of. There are some, but there are not many. Like, I'm not even sure if you could tour off Cuphead. Maybe. And he did really well streaming. The composer did really great streaming numbers.
Oh, nice.
For a video game. The ones I'm talking about are more like, yeah, you can tour off Mario, you can tour off Final Fantasy, or if you're playing a mixture of a bunch of different games, but to tour off specifically one game, it's tough unless you're doing like Zelda, or something like that. And then it can be done, because we actually, for the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, which I just missed because I was out of town, they book talent, and they book jazz big bands that play. I think it's called the 8-bit big band or something like that. They play like a lot of covers. There's another guy called, what's he called? 88-bit or something, and he plays keyboards, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, it's niche for sure. One of my latest cassette purchases. Yeah, see, you can also sell stuff. Like Bandcamp is more of a, I don't know. I was in Pennsylvania. I was in wherever Dutch Wonderland is. That's where I was. It's near Philly. It's like an hour or 90 minutes outside Philly.
For two thoughts. Deluxe Duck says, "Come play Crimson Diamond in Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania. I will buy at least one ticket." And then I just laughed stupidly at Dutch Wonderland because it just sounds like like some kind of weird pun about like you split everything.
No,
Everything is
it's
half.
it's a theme park.
Yes, I'm sure it is. I just my brain.
It's
Um,
actually really old. It's from like the 50s, I think, or 60s.
hmm,
Lancaster, that's right. That's where it was.
hmm,
That's Amish country.
hmm.
And we did see Amish people out there driving the horse and buggy in the road. It's pretty wild. That
Nice.
is not something I'd seen. Yeah, we brought my daughter there and she loved it.
Oh.
So yeah, but we're gonna do some music, I think.
Yes, yes. Let's get to
As
it.
soon as we oh, you know what I forgot they did with Zoom? I'm pretty
No.
sure they put a time limit on
Oh
now.
shoot! Yeah, we have 9 minutes.
Yeah, but no, but after that time limit, there's another time limit before you
Oh
can log
shoot!
back into the same session.
Oh shoot!
I'm pretty sure.
That's new then.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Oh
they're
shoot!
really trying to get people to pay for
Oh shoot!
it. They don't serve Dutch food, no. But you know what? I love the food in the Netherlands. But that said, I don't eat Dutch food in the Netherlands. I love the Indian food in the Netherlands.
What kind of food is Dutch?
I'm not exactly sure, but I can say like I'm not necessarily a fan of some of the like local fare, or depending on the country that I'm in. I don't know, bread and cheese,
I love bread and cheese.
croquettes. Yeah, yeah.
I love croquettes. This sounds amazing.
Well, when I was in France, everything they served were the potatoes that are like really thinly sliced
Hmm.
with like milk or cream or whatever.
On top?
It's like a casserole kind of thing, but it's
I love
just
casserole.
nah. That ain't it.
Dan, we have 8 minutes to do this music. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, we can do all the music in 8 minutes.
Yes.
All right, I'll set a record. The Pennsylvania Dutch are not actually Dutch; they're German. Oh, that's interesting. No, Google Meet is free, but it it does weird things with the video that you can't, like, it flips your video. I think that was the biggest problem we had, and you can't just easily flip it back.
And the
It's
quality is kind of bad, but I would go
it's
with it if we
bizarre.
had to.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe we can.
Um,
Which one did you want to start with? Because
oh
I
gosh.
pulled up three examples.
Okay, okay. The one that needs
Um,
the most work is the one we're going to do in 8 minutes, I think. Um, so hold on. I've got notes. I give you a thing and I give you note and it
because I didn't
said,
want to read what you wrote just in case
yeah,
there's any
of course not, of course
spoilers
not. Yeah,
there.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, pursuit theme is the one we need to finish. So
Pursuit
we might
theme.
as well
Okay,
just do that
perfect.
one. We have
Let's
seven
start there.
minutes. I wonder how long the timeout is. Oh dear.
I think it's like 9 or 10 minutes or
Oh
something.
geez. Well, you're gonna have to fill time for 10 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna have to make the song for 10 minutes,
Okay, and then I'll come back
and
and
more importantly, I'm gonna have to hope that it opens up.
oh gee.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Oh
deciding
my
to work.
gosh. I can't believe you're saying what did you say again? My body's a wonderland? That
Yeah,
song
your
that John
body is a
Mayer?
wonderland, John Mayer. Yeah,
Oh geez. Why'd you pick that one?
because I knew the song, so I didn't have to
Why,
read the lyrics.
why'd you know the song?
Because I like the song.
Oh God.
I like John Mayer.
Yeah, John Mayer's cool, I guess. Yeah, he's a good guitarist.
Guitarist?
Isn't that what he plays?
Yeah, but he's also a vocalist.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about his looks.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah, but I'm making you.
Evil Tentacles, I should play Biomenace for 10 minutes. I should stream. I'll stream Biomenace for 10 minutes and I'll come back.
There you
But
go.
then, no, but then people will have to, like, won't be able to watch you because then they'll be split.
Well, they would rather watch Biomenace for 10 minutes anyway,
Oh,
so. Oh, this is so annoying. I gotta reset this whole thing up.
oh no, we have 6 minutes. Oh, Eating With, good to see you. Can't stay long. Just say hi and bye for now. Enjoy. Okay, hi and bye, Eating With, real quick.
Ah,
Um,
what's
I,
up?
I was I was working through player feedback for my last beta, and I just have to fix a few pieces of writing for chapter 6, and then chapter 6 is done. And until I feel like I need to fix it again, but it's there and it's all done. I'll be doing the design doc. I'll be doing the design doc for chapter 7 this week. That is your express dev update, and hope you're well. Ah, Seagull says his vocals are a wonderland.
No, no, they're not. Julia.
I could-
Yeah, that should be good. Should we raid Julia for 10 minutes?
Oh, jeez.
We could.
Yeah, we could. I don't know, maybe. We have 5 minutes
Let's
to
save
decide. Like, and I'm so good at deciding things under pressure, so
this.
here we
You
go.
hear this?
Yes.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's about where we got to, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. Let me remind myself and everybody watching, what are the guidelines for this
Okay.
track in terms of
The
like
guidelines
length?
for this track. Oh,
With
shoot.
no
Oh,
spoilers.
okay. With no spoilers, it is a pursuit theme, dramatic, uh, and I think honestly, I think we're nearly there with it. It's the only note I have for this is like the burb, like the deep kind of
Yep.
farting sound. Probably either, like I think I want to make it lighter
Okay.
because it's a bit too intense. Like it's a pretty intense moment, but like the game doesn't really get that, you know,
It's
intense.
too intense.
Too
This
intense.
sound here.
Yeah, yeah, that's that sound.
Okay, so we got to dial in that one
I
down.
like what it's doing in the track, but it's a bit,
Too heavy.
yeah. Yeah, that's better. Even still, that's still a bit too like it sounds like a first-person shooter, you know?
Yes, it does.
Maybe a. I'm trying to think of what kind of instrument, but I don't know the name of any instrument.
It's a lot better,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it. Yeah, I like it like that. Yes, more sparing.
Less threatening.
Yeah, yeah. I like all this stuff. This is all great. Yeah. Mhm. This instrument we might need to change too.
That little wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it's the same instrument as another one. So let's
Okay.
do this. Let's duplicate this. We'll get rid of the playlist and we'll just take, oops. We'll just do this. We'll split it up into two different instruments.
Seagull is suggesting a honkin' low saxophone.
Well, that would be Sax Theory's job. We could always recruit him, but the problem is there's no
Sax.
non MT32 in the game.
Mhm.
Oops, I didn't do something right here. Okay. And then I'm going to get rid of the top of this one. Okay, now that should be good. Okay, so we got to change this MIDI channel.
Oh gosh, we have less than a minute to finish this.
Well, hopefully we have more than a minute, and I'll try to sort it out well. I suppose we're waiting, I guess.
I'm in timeout.
Yeah. Finally. Finally. Revenge.
Well, when I get kicked off, then I'll ask in chat like how much the time is, so we just know, and then figure something out.
Oh, there's no time limit. There's a time limit on our Zoom session that we're on. Nicholas Patton.
Yeah, we have less than a minute.
So Julia's gonna disappear in a second.
Dan apparently thinks less than a minute means more than a minute, and I don't know where he's getting that impression from, but he could.
There you go. Okay, so let's shut off Julia's camera for a minute. Okay, so we lost Julia for a second. And let's see. Oh no. Oh, it's letting me join the meeting. Oh, and there's Julia.
Looks,
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm back.
Oh, good.
You,
Good.
This is tall tales, tall tales.
I turned off your camera though, so I got to turn your camera back on. And I got to look and see what I'm doing. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Okay, good. That was it.
That's great. Great. So there, I did no timeout. No timeout. Ha ha! In your eye, Zoom.
I think I don't know what sound we want to go for here, but
Okay.
I'm kind of thinking like maybe piano or something, some kind of
Probably
weird
some.
piano. Let's try this.
Yeah, that's better.
I like that. Now here's the question. This structure is a little weird. So what's LMMS? Interested. Is that a DAW?
But also, Francisco had a question about
Oh.
the video that he posted of the violinist on a track in Rosewater. Have you
Oh,
seen
I don't
that?
think I saw it. No. Can we
Okay.
watch it? Are we
Yeah,
gonna get a
I mean,
copyright
if
strike from Rosewater? Where is it? Is it on his Instagram?
I don't know. Yeah, goodness, tell us where it is, and we'll play it on stream right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, pop a link in the chat. And I did come back stronger, and I have rocks. I have all kinds of rocks here.
You should show off a rock.
Well, I showed all this stuff already on stream.
Well, you never know. There might be 150 new stream people coming in on this stream.
This is a chunk of fluorite that I got from the
That's
Schickler
cool.
occurrence. I sifted through dirt, and this is a nice big old chunk of fluorite. Beautiful purple. It's kind of hard to tell here, but bit of
So while you're doing that, I'm gonna get Francisco dialed up.
Yes. Yeah. Get that. Oh, I put it everywhere. You put it everywhere. I got other stuff I can show while we're entertaining, and we're not on my channel anymore. And I've got something pretty topical I can show.
Is it yours or? Oh, there we go. There's the link.
Okay, cool. There's the link.
That's what I needed.
I'll save this point as a point redemption then. The thing I was about to show.
No, you can show it off.
Oh, fine. This is very topical because this has been in
only your your video anyway.
Okay, well this has been in the news, so let's share Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Ooh, perfect.
Ooh. Oh, and it's getting keyed out.
Yeah, you
there it
keyed
goes.
out.
Yeah, it's super cool. I think this was on sale for some little amount of money. There it is. 1 and 2. Well, chapters 1 and 2. Is that the same as Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? I don't know. Or is that just Baldur's Gate 1, chapters 1 and 2?
I think that's the first Baldur's Gate only.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
That might be a demo, actually. I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe it's just a demo.
Do I have this?
Oh, it is. It's an introductory journey. It allows you to experience the first 2 chapters of the 7-chapter epic adventure and 1998 RPG of the year. Yeah, it's got 7 chapters, like the Crimson Diamond is 7 chapters.
There you go.
There we
Baldur's
go.
Gate. So expect Baldur's Gate 3 when you play Crimson Diamond.
This offer expires February the 1st, 2000. So upgrade to the full version now.
Did they give you a discount or something?
$10 off the regular price of $49.95.
That's not too bad.
It's pretty good. 23 years too late.
Whoops. There I go. Found the video.
Here we go. Let's do it.
All right. Let me switch back our views. There we go.
All right. Let's do it. Let's hear this wonderful. Ooh, cool.
Tell me that's you playing the jaw harp. Very nice.
It was, yay!
Very
Sweet.
cool. You know what? Like, there's a lot of so if you don't already follow Grundislav, you should. But yeah, there he is, right there. See, look at that fantastic looking man right there in the corner. That is our good friend Francisco. Also, expert jaw harp player. If
Mm-hmm.
you weren't aware, now you are. But yeah, you should follow him and you should follow the game. Wish listed on Steam. Because I'm gonna get it when it comes out. I'll play it. I enjoyed Lamplight City. I enjoyed Golden Wake. I enjoyed a lot of. I'm trying to think of all the other games. Those I'm drawing a blank, but those two in particular I really enjoyed. So those are games you can buy now. No, it's cool. It's cool. I'll send you the invoice after the stream. Don't worry about it.
This is a paid promotion,
Yeah,
by the way.
exactly.
Yeah. You just
No,
didn't
this
know
is
it,
not
Grodislav.
paid. This is not paid because we could get in trouble for that. This is not a paid promotion. You know, I think it's gonna be a really cool game. I like the setting. It's kind of a alternate universe of, or it's not alternate. I think it's the same universe as Lamplight City,
Yes.
which is pretty cool.
The same alternate universe.
The same alternate universe that
Yes.
is Lamplight City. Yeah, which was a good game, and like I said, I think a Golden Week was a good game too.
And on Steam, there's the current Ash Games Steam sale.
Oh, there you go.
Or if you want to pick up Lamplight City and a bunch of other cool games
There you go.
published by Application Systems Heidelberg.
Very good. So we're back to this sound, which I think we dialed in now. I just got to label it because if I don't label it, it'll disappear. 7. Okay, so we got to figure out what's going on here. So this just disappears. Everything just kind of disappears here. So what was the length again? Right now it's about just shy of a minute, or about a minute.
It's fun. I think the length is pretty good. I mean, it's basically, I think, in a loop. Hold on, let me check the notes.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to get an idea of composition structure.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I preach to all my students at the school
Oh, I
every
see.
Monday. It's like, we have to have a structure to this music, otherwise it's impossible to follow.
Okay, what is composition structure?
I mean, it really depends, but let's break it down to like the most simple way of doing it. I think you could call these different sections like letters, right?
Okay, yep.
So you could go like, okay, maybe this is the intro or A section.
Mm-hmm.
All right, still the A section. Here's a new section that's going to get introduced here. Or maybe this is still the continuation of the A section. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Okay, so here's the next section.
Right. So this is
Right.
probably the B section now.
Mm-hmm. This would be the third section.
You know what it is? I think there's a timing issue.
Hmm.
That's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like this is off by like a beat or something. Okay, let's see. Yeah, something's weird. That's right. Yeah, it was just off.
Hmm.
That was wondering why that was like an odd number of bars there, or beats. Three, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's right. Okay, that makes much more sense. Okay, save that. I'm kind of in town next week. I leave, I think Wednesday I leave. Or is it next week? Yeah. Next week, Wednesday, I leave. Oh, that's the first week. That's the first Wednesday of every month.
Right.
I'm getting the notifications though, and I will come as soon as I can. For sure. Yep, I signed up for whatever email list or whatever, so I get all the notifications. So yeah, definitely. So this is like a C section now. Really,
Yeah.
this isn't really proper rondo form. Proper rondo form would actually go A, B, A, C, A, D, A, and so on and so forth,
Okay.
repeating back in between the A's. This is really kind of like almost like A, B, C, which is kind of through compose-ish because it doesn't have any sections that repeat. But usually you want sections to repeat, especially in the kind of music I do most of the time. I absolutely want sections to repeat. Now, the other question is, let's see. We have this other piece here that's currently deactivated, and I don't know what it is, but I'm kind of like curious to hear what it sounds like. So there's another melody there, it looks like. So I'll just put a sound on and see. That sounds like it needs to be quantized.
I kind of like it.
I actually love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about the sound. I just picked a random sound, but it kind of
I
works.
kind of like the sound even because it's kind of it happens at like it's like nighttime and stuff too, so you kind of get that mystery of like it being nighttime, and I think it adds a nice kind of mysteriousness to it.
Ooh, from one of the Ultima games? Yeah, it definitely could be. It definitely could be because this would have been later Ultima games anyway, like 6 on, 7 on. Had probably these type of soundtracks. The early ones were just PC speaker, I think. Well, that didn't sound good. So something I did here, and this is for all the real heavy music nerds or choir people, or maybe even theater people too. I'm kind of like a mixture of all of them. I'm not really too much theater, but I've done
You did
enough
choir?
musical theater. I did choir.
Oh,
Yeah.
what part were you?
Bass.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't really have much of a range. So that's my biggest problem with singing is like if I had a nice range, maybe I'd bother to sing, but my range is no good. Let's see. Okay, so right here in this purple part, 33, labeled 33, right?
Mm-hmm.
This region, these regions right here. If you look, you can see this is like how the music is displayed
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like MIDI on what they call a piano roll, but this is
Mm-hmm.
just showing you the notes, right? So let's see if we can just, let's do it like this. There we go. And let's solo these. Okay, it sounds funny right here. Does anybody know why right here it's sounding funny? Just the very last two notes.
Music nerds.
Any music nerds in there that could figure it out? So Dan
Well,
can sing.
yeah. Well, yeah. Granislav, were you here when Dan said he won a karaoke contest?
I lost at life, but I won a karaoke contest. Should be a shirt.
How many people were in the contest?
Play it again.
Okay.
No, I didn't do a contest on here. Trust me.
No, but how many people were in the karaoke
Oh, I have no
karaoke
idea. I,
karaoke
like
contest?
everyone else, I had a few drinks and went and sang a song.
Hmm.
A proper sea shanty because I was on the ocean.
The John Mayer song is not like a bass song, is it though? Like it's not
No,
low.
no, but oh man. No, but it's not too high. It's not like one of his I got to do a lot of vocal gymnastics type
I
of
see.
songs,
Okay.
you know. So anyway, does nobody knows? I'll
Okay.
play
Okay.
it
Replay
again.
it one more time. Replay it one more
Sure.
time. The warm up. Yeah.
There's a problem with the last two notes only. Now, if you're a choir person, you'd probably get this. If you're a piano player, Bach person, obviously you'd get this. But I'm not assuming that anybody is any of those things. And I spent a lot of time in music school to learn all kinds of nonsense that I thought I would never use again. But here we are.
Here we are.
So I think we may have stumped everybody. I don't know. What do you think? Should I come back to it in a second?
We'll play it
Give
one
her-
more time.
Play
and
one
then,
more time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like in the wrong key, I guess.
No,
I don't know.
no. Nope.
Okay.
The tuning could be, but that's an MT32 issue. Ooh, Gypsy theme from Ultima 6. Let's play that in a second. I'll call
Cool.
that up. Basically what happens is in choirs, right? There's typically four voices, right? So there's a bass,
Mm-hmm.
tenor, alto, soprano, or
Yes.
technically you'd say soprano, alto, tenor, bass. From the top,
Okay.
female singer being a soprano. The next highest female singer is the alto. The higher of the male singers is the tenor, and the lowest of the low male singers is the bass.
Yes.
I mean,
Boba
you could,
go.
and it's
Sorry.
not, and it's not related to like the voice type. Like you could be. I've seen male tenors with soprano ranges, so it's not really like that. It's just that's traditional choir.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is there's two voices here, two voices here, two voices here, two voices here. Then it spreads to three voices.
Okay.
Three voices, then it goes back to two. That would have got me in a lot of trouble in music school. That's bad chorale writing or bad. It's really chorale. That's what they used to have us write, like Bach chorales, which is like 4-part harmonies, just move horizontally instead of just thinking like a chord. By the way, is this camera working? No, it's not. Figures. I don't see it. Anyway.
Why is that bad?
So if you're thinking like a lot of times people think in terms of like block chords. So you say, what are the chords to the song? We say, okay, well, it's G minor, B flat, F, E flat. Let's say those are the chords. But Bach wouldn't really do that because his songs don't really have just one flat chord usually. It's not usually a chord plus an accompaniment. It's usually more complex. I can't play this stuff anymore. Anyway, it's got like moving voices. So even though it's written for piano, a lot of times it could be adapted to be a choral piece. So the same thing here. When you move from 3 voices, it's more powerful than 2 voices, right? Makes sense? So now we have 2 voices coming from 3 voices, and that's supposed to be a resolution point in the music. So I don't think that's a resolution point. Or it doesn't sound like a resolution point because it's missing a voice. So what we need to do is add a voice. That's what I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, it just loses like impact there. And that should be a resolution point. So we really need to add a note. It actually looks like... Is there a note there? No. I think it's going to be this note. There's another thing that they refer to in this kind of music called voice leading, and then something else called where you don't want to cross voices. So if I'm reading this, let's say this is like the tenor and bass parts, right? Okay, well, as soon as I got here, I added an alto. So that doesn't actually resolve as well as probably because it's bad harmony writing, but this is like really classical heady stuff. Yeah, that's probably works better because we do have a bass note. But basically what voice leading is, so let's say you have one voice on top and one voice on bottom. What you don't generally do is cross what they call crossing voices. You don't generally have the alto coming above the soprano. And you don't generally have the soprano going below the alto. It happens, but it's not common because you want the top voice to be soprano. So you want that top voice. Now that doesn't mean they're always singing the melody. It just means they're the top voice. So, yeah. It could be a low tonic that we're missing, but I think that's just because we have it soloed. So if we take it out of solo, that's more impactful because we don't have a bass part though. We do need a bass part.
Yeah, something that needs to go low, I can tell.
Not there, but with another instrument maybe. And then one of the other big limiting factors that I've talked about a million times is that you can only have a certain number of tracks using an MT32. Like if we want to hold ourselves to the limitation of the original instrument, which we do.
12 or what was it?
I think technically it's 24, but
okay.
Channels you can't use 24. The number of notes you can play at once is 24. Or voices. So that's the polyphony. I don't think you can even play 10 MIDI channels though. I don't think it'll respond to that. I think it's only 6 or 8. I'm not even sure, but yeah, we could break the rules. I could do a John Cage for the whole soundtrack. 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Okay, so yeah, exactly what happens here is the bass drops. this is our bass instrument.
Hmm.
We need that to continue. And actually, if we get this to continue to a certain point right here, we can probably get a perfect loop out of this.
Perfect. That's what we want.
I want to hear what I did here. I did something here. Oh yeah, we did this.
yeah.
I remember this.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So if I wasn't adhering to the limitations of the MT32, the music would sound more like that as opposed to this. Whoops, not that. I don't know. You can't hear a difference, right? It's the same thing.
No, not at all. Basically the same. Oh god.
Anyway, I just wanted to hear that.
Did
I
you?
remember doing that. I did, yeah.
I want you to sing Your Body is a Wonderland.
I bet. That's not happening. Okay, so you see where the bass drops? We also lose it there. So we got to put in a bass part. You know what this sounds like?
Oh no, copyright claim.
I think we've played that before.
Yeah, probably.
That's a good song.
It's not, or it is?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
A choir patch.
I think it's a good instrument for this. It makes it feel twangy and frontier-like.
The sound?
Yeah, I like it. It kind of does what the jaw harp was doing in Francisco's track.
Ah. If only if only we could afford Francisco's jaw harp playing and throw it in as an Easter egg or something. Remember at one point we were going to try to get in what's his name? Oh, Middle Age Stream. I was like, man, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
But we don't really have any voiceover other than yours in the trailers. We could put a Francisco jaw harp solo in one of the trailers.
Oh my god. All I said was that the twang is doing the same thing as the jaw harp was doing in the Rosewater piece, which
we heard about this jaw harp virtuoso. Lives in Brooklyn.
I have another karaoke question.
Okay, that was almost it. Okay, that wasn't it. What's the karaoke question?
You mentioned, Francisco mentioned that he doesn't know any musicians who like karaoke. Do singers like doing karaoke, or no?
Yeah, because they're different. They're not musicians.
Oh my god.
Oh man. I can't hear this.
This is the
That
perfect
is the
instrument
right
for this.
note.
I don't know if I already said that, but I feel like it.
What?
That twang is the perfect instrument for this right
Oh,
now.
nice. Boom. Should go. That's what it should do. Yeah, at the end. Just give us one little, or
Yes.
maybe at the bottom.
Yeah. Yep.
Too low.
Yeah, too low.
And then we could start
Perfect.
it right there. So that could be our
Perfect.
loop point. So let me see if that works. It should. Oops. Okay. Duplicate that.
Perfect.
I like that.
It's Pursuit. Pursuit theme. Francisco. Final showdown-ish. You can indeed die in the Crimson Diamond.
You could die in the demo.
You can, twice.
Yeah.
2 different ways.
Okay. I think we're good.
That's fantastic.
That wasn't much to add to that one. Delete this.
It's for the bit where Nancy goes
Save
diamond
this.
shopping.
This is for Nancy goes diamond shopping. No, that's a different game. That's a much different game.
Seagull's right. It's for the karaoke scene.
Yeah, there's a lot of karaoke bars in Northern Ontario
Yep.
in the early 1900s.
Yep.
I thought so. Is there anything that's not period correct? Or is everything
sure,
period
probably.
correct?
I tried pretty, like, there's the bar room in the lodge is kind of more Art Deco-ish, which is a bit ahead of its time.
Gotcha.
But it's fine. It's fine. But I think most everything else is pretty good. Although I'm sure if people actually really looked hard, they would find like stuff that's wrong.
Crimson Karaoke Night.
Yeah, we need lyrics for the theme song.
Crimson Diamond would make a great musical.
It would. I think so.
There's actually
really think
a
so.
really great lyricist in the chat, but I don't know if they're still here.
I don't know. But yeah, it'd be fun to do like a lyrics contest for the theme song. Just people could write their own lyrics and the winner wins something.
That actually would be really cool.
You think?
Yeah. Can you imagine having lyrics to the theme?
I'd love
and
it.
do a lyric contest for it? And you know what you could give away as one of the winning things?
Copy
one of
the
your
game?
cross stitches.
Oh my goodness.
Something, no, it has to be special. I'm talking about special. The copy of the game, yes, is special, but it's not unique, I should say. It's got to be unique.
Unique.
Like your cross stitches are like one of one.
Right.
Can we have an obligatory first death on a player who doesn't get a choice? That's not a bad idea.
I there was a time when I was first making the game that I was going to do the chandelier death in like they have in Colonel's Bequest. Like I actually even designed a chandelier and everything. I'm like, no. And I decided against it. I chickened out. When I redesigned the hallway, there wasn't space for a chandelier anymore. But yes, lyricists. Maybe all lyricists. We can have a contest.
A lyric contest for the theme song.
Might be fun. But yeah, I mean, I guess
Something like that would be
yeah,
fun.
we talked about singers and karaoke. It's just like, would they only go with singer friends, or they would not want to go with normal friends?
I wouldn't want to go, friends or otherwise. So
because you're a killjoy. You don't like having fun.
I don't.
Like, this is work.
No.
This is work. I want a karaoke night competition.
Well, you know what? You know what they don't have?
What?
Like they have you ever been to a silent disco?
No.
You haven't?
Okay, people are people wearing like headphones and listening to music
Yes,
and then,
yes.
oh, why though?
So there's nothing silent about it. There's
What are you
nothing
talking about?
silent about the silent disco. If you have no headphones on, you hear
Yeah.
people making noise, jumping
Oh,
up and
breathing
down,
and
all
stuff. That sounds
kinds of
great.
stuff. Yeah, it's so my ideal like, hey, let's go out is quiet. Let's have silence.
You
Silence
would
is
say that.
beautiful. I would say
Oh, come
that.
on.
I do say that. Especially after shows, especially after performances because your ears are just fatigued usually.
Okay, sure, but we're not saying you're gonna right after a show you're gonna go do karaoke. No.
No, definitely not.
Exasperation.
If
Exasperation
we
is
outlawed
like
music, I'd be okay with it, except I would be out of a job. So, other than that, I'd be okay with
because you hate music that much.
it. No, I don't hate music. I just like silence.
More than music.
Sometimes.
Well, sure, sometimes.
Yeah, it's 50-50, I would say.
Your hearing's still in good shape though from all the music
What?
and sound? Ugh, whatever.
Come on, you're setting them up. I have to knock them down.
Fine.
So, anyway,
You're
we
not
got
invited
this
to karaoke
track.
then. At Adventure X, you're not invited.
Oh, I'm not
Okay?
invited to Adventure X.
Karaoke.
You want to hear the main? No, thank you, Neon Totem. No, tinnitus would not be pretty. No, no. But I wear earplugs at every show. Like
Mm-hmm.
I went to. So when I was on tour, I went to like some after parties and clubs and stuff, and I, like an old man, will carry earplugs to the club and put
Mm-hmm.
them in, and be totally fine with it
Mm-hmm.
because technically that's what I am anyway. But yeah, we had some after parties.
You're not an old man. You're not allowed to be an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to start asking for the theme real quick.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
let's
so
play it.
let's play it.
Let's go back to this view. Let's play it on YouTube.
Crimson, crimson diamonds. Da na 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 da da da. It's up north, and there's a diamond in a fish.
You know, I'm not sure.
What?
Um, oh, here we go.
There's the loop.
And then so on and so forth.
I like how you played the YouTube video because you didn't have the track like at hand.
I probably have it, but I have so much crap on my computer that the YouTube is just a better idea.
Awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, you know, here's the thing. So you're writing for instruments, right? Let's say like there it depends on the type of instrument you're writing for, but let's talk about violin, for example. Does violin have a technical limit on how long the note can last?
I don't know, can I?
Not really. There's no
Okay.
real limit. The violin player can keep continuously bowing
Okay.
without ever having to stop. Now, if you're playing saxophone
Mm-hmm.
or let's take a more orchestral instrument, clarinet. If you're playing clarinet, you have to physically use your breath to play the
Yes.
instrument. So the only way for you to continuously get notes out is to circular breathe, which most people don't do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if you were writing for an orchestra, for example, you'd have to be aware that, oops, we lost Julia again. We'd have to be aware that clarinet is a wind instrument, so it requires somebody to breathe fully. Okay, let's see. Is this on? Right? View. No, it's right. Okay. Yeah, let me shut off that for now. Oh, no, there's Julia back.
If you're writing for an orchestra, for example.
Yeah, so if you're writing for an orchestra, for example, and you have an instrument like, yeah, circular breathing, exactly. Real Lady Elfie is a clarinet player, can't
Mm.
circular breathe. But it's not, you can learn it, but it's not something that's common, and it's not something that's called for in orchestral music written before, like, probably the 70s or maybe the 60s when composers got really weird.
Mm.
But yeah, and deluxe tux, I agree. You can't. You get tired of holding the note after so many. Yeah, you're gonna get physically tired first, but you can sustain those notes way longer. Whereas a piano,
Yeah.
that's not even a great piano sound, but sound dissipates after a while,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing an organ, that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends. And then, like, how are you wanting to orchestrate? Do you want four strings, like a string quartet? Do you want a big orchestral sound? Like, actually, Francisco, it would be really interesting if you know the instrumentation of the piece we listened to, because we heard acoustic guitar, jaw harp, obviously violin and some other strings. Do you have the instrumentation, or do you know it offhand, roughly? If you're still even here. But he's too busy writing lyrics to the theme song.
Exactly.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so I think we're pretty good place with this.
That's great. Yeah, give it to me. Send it over.
Okay. He is writing.
Nice.
We should put you could put a link to the theme in chat if you want.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if.
Might be easier if anybody actually wants to do it. And we
Okay.
do decide to run this
You,
alleged contest.
yeah, you guys are all getting a head start on this.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
You're 100% not sure. Okay, yeah. I mean, you can kind of like listen and hear. Do I still have that up?
So let's see. Is it just a video on my channel that's just the theme? Is that all it is? You already have it. Why don't you
Oh, I
drop
put it
it
on here
in?
before. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now. You're gonna find it before me.
I can try. The only problem is I have to go into like
If I
I have to
post the
go onto
lyrics,
two
please sing
computers
them.
to do it. If I post the lyrics, please sing
Oh,
them.
jeez.
Julia will absolutely sing them for you. Okay, let's see. Now
Yeah,
I
which
got
one was
back.
it? Was it the Crimson Diamond trailer from 2 years ago?
Yeah, so we have percussion, guitar, acoustic guitar, and strings. And this actually sounds like a hammered dulcimer, but I'm not sure what it is. So there's other extended, well, not really extended techniques, but there's a tremolo strings going on in the background of this. There's a bass as well. There's bells. Yeah, so and there's like a djembe thing or something. That's pretty complex instrumentation, and it's also pretty customized. So just looking, and this, he's wearing the same headphones as I'm wearing right now.
Oh, cool.
They're good studio headphones. but he's probably composed all this music. So like he's reading, you can't see, but he's looking at the music, right? You can't see that he's looking at music. He's reading music. So the music had to be written in a way it could be scored out for players to actually cover, right? To actually play the score. Whereas the way I have this written out, you wouldn't have to do that. Or you would have to score it out. You could. It'll do it. So Pro Tools will do that, but it's not where is it? The score view. Score editor. Yeah, it's not the most pretty thing you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awful. Like that is right, but it's awful. That I would not want to read that. That looks like mush to me.
So how would you make it look better?
Well, first of all, you get rid of all the empty scores.
Okay.
So that would be one thing. And then you would not have excessive bar lines like you have on this. You would just write 8 VA, and there's better ways to score it, basically. So the score view on these DAWs is not really it. Like if you wanted to look at let's take a look at a piece of music. Like somebody mentioned Rondo alla Turca, right? So let's take a look at the music. And I'll just show you what I mean. There you go.
Francisco's lyrics remind me of an Adam Sandler SNL song. Which so I will do.
There's I gotta play this with my right hand. Anyway, whatever. This is a piano score. This I can read. This is pretty easy to read. You know, there's nothing really too difficult about this. The piece itself might have some challenges technically, but is not hard to read. Right? Whereas this, that's garbage. That just looks like, I don't know, it's just not good. So if you, the downside is to get the software to do the notation, most of it is all subscription based, same way like, you know, the Adobe Cloud. They used to not be, but they're all pretty much subscription based. Logic is going to be subscription based soon, which is really disheartening. They're all pretty much going that way though, I think. Yeah, Mozart. Yep.
Ontario, full of fish orario, fishermen, finding things so scary-o. A prize inside, shining. I can't even know what the rest of it sounds like. Shining bright and crystallized, was hidden there. He just found a prize so rare. It's the I don't know how it's the I don't know. I tried.
I like it. It sounds like I don't know. It reminds me of like a James Bond song or something like that.
Yay! That's gonna be the karaoke I sing on Adventure X. Then.
We need to put that on a highlight. Somebody highlight that and put it on.
I didn't even get to like have accompaniment.
Oh, I can't bounce this like this. I always forget. I have to do something different. I think let's play this one more time.
Okay.
Ooh, there's a couple things in there. Hold on. Something wrong in there. Something's going on there. Ah, there we go. There we go. I think that fixed it. You know what it is? It's the snare drum sounds like the Wolfenstein.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, there it goes. Yeah.
It's got that vibe to it, the snare drum, especially. There's no Nazis as far as I know in this game because they kind of were they in power in the 20s? I guess they
No, well,
probably were, but
game is 1914, so no.
I don't know. Anyway, that wasn't one of the main themes of the game, but oh
No.
yeah, I can't bounce this. I keep forgetting.
What is bounce?
So bounce means make it into audio. What I have to do is actually send it to the streaming computer because it's through the physical MT32. I
Hmm.
have to send it to record to the streaming computer and then send the recording back to Pro Tools.
Hmm.
So that's why it's complex.
Hmm.
Yeah. Crimson Diamond sounds reminds me of El Condor Paso. I don't know that one, but that's cool. Okay, saved this. Yeah.
Woo.
I think we're at a good point. Oh, there was one more thing I thought. Did I hear it? It's this right here. Yeah. That anticipated note. It could work. I think it works.
Which note?
It's the rhythm of where the note plays to me, but I think it works.
Nice.
Yep. I think that works.
It works.
That works.
It works very well.
Save it. And I think we're done on that. Nice.
Nice. Let me add that to the note here. So need to finish finished. And now needs to be delivered.
Just needs to be delivered.
That's all.
That's
all. Easy as pie. Finished.
Can we call the track "Surprise Nazis Fighting Mounties"? I mean, we should. That sounds like an EDM song to me. So we have to do some different sounds.
And just make it faster. Make it 5 times faster.
Ooh, I will say that there's something coming in a couple weeks that Dan might enjoy if he likes notes. I like notes.
Notes?
Oh, interesting.
You have ideas?
I would, if I had
theories?
to guess, I would say maybe they're releasing pieces of the score.
For Rosewater?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like
Sounds good so
actual
far.
music. I don't know. Maybe not. That's my guess.
Nice.
I think Empire of Sin, they did something like that. In one of the early promos, they released a piece of music, like a piece of sheet music before the game was announced. It was like one of the teasers for it. I don't know. But interestingly enough, Romero Games is working on an FPS at the moment.
Which is very exciting.
Yep. Wrong game though. Ooh,
Ah,
different game.
excellent guess, Dan.
So it's not Rosewater. Okay. Cool. That's pretty cool. There. Oh, you know what's in? It's Lamplight City. There's Rachmaninoff's Prelude in G minor. Did you know that was in there, Francisco?
No. What?
It's in the. I don't really want to ruin the whole thing, but it's in one of the scenes.
What? Okay, what's the song sound like?
uh, let me see if I can call it up.
Why would he not know if it was or not, though?
Um, because it's. I think it's a what's the name song? Public domain.
Right.
This is all ads. It's incredible piano technique. Sorry, that's like me nerding out on.
It sounds like the notes should get bigger on the page, like bigger and bigger.
We could probably find the score to that easy enough. Score rock, Rachmaninoff.
Oh, cool.
Prelude.
Francisco said basically, I needed a classical piece that was in the public domain and asked Mark to give me an old practice composition to use. He just did his own orchestration. Nice.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. I don't know if it goes to 3 staves, but you can see
Oh my
like
gosh.
this is
Yep.
handfuls of notes basically for both hands. That's like
Yeah.
those are pretty big handfuls of notes. And this, this is whatever it is. It's some crazy. Let me put it on the right sound.
Yeah, please.
I can't play the song, but anyway, that's the general vibe of it. Yeah, it's a serious. I mean, this isn't really one of his hardest pieces,
Hmm.
but it's not. No, that part's really nice. The second section. It's probably maybe even one of his easier pieces.
Hmm.
It's not easy, but it's not like everybody. Did you ever see the movie
Shine.
Shine? Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody talks about how hard the Rachmaninoff Third
Yes.
Piano Concerto is. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
There's plenty that are way harder, in my opinion. It's
Hmm.
very difficult though, and I can't play it anyway. So I don't know what I'm talking about, but I can't play that stuff. That's way too hard. I originally thought I was going to be a classical musician, but I found out quickly that that was not for me.
So what makes it difficult?
Just you have to be super accurate.
Hmm.
Like every note has to be perfect.
Mhm.
Every voicing has to, like with your fingers when you play piano, you're playing multiple notes at the same time.
Hmm.
So you actually want different fingers to be pressing at different
Oh,
velocities
okay.
for different like volume and dynamic
I
reasons.
never thought about that. Oh my God.
Right. So each finger could be at a different, and then not each finger usually, because usually it's just the melody
Mhm.
and maybe there's a counter melody and then an accompaniment.
But
Like
they
if
could
you're
be like
playing
different
Bach,
pressure on each finger, like
different pressure on
theoretically.
different fingers.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, yeah. And then you have to
Yeah.
remember all that too.
Yeah,
The
you
whole through the whole
memorize it.
thing.
You
Yeah,
memorize it.
yeah.
And like Prelude in G minor is a short piece. This is 3 minutes 51 seconds.
Mm.
But if we go to like let's say she does the concerto, somebody's doing one of the concertos, even two. Is this the whole concerto? Yeah. 37 minutes 48 seconds. And that maybe there's some applause in there at the beginning or whatever, but it's still it's just long. It's just a long
Jeez.
piece.
All right.
So anyway, not as big if you take up the harpsichord. Yeah, harpsichord. So interesting thing about the harpsichord is you cannot create different volumes on the harpsichord by pressing the note harder or softer. It's one volume. When you press the note down on a harpsichord, it plucks the string.
Mm-hmm.
It's one volume. So the way you get volume there is by adding voices or taking voices away, meaning adding more notes at the same time or fewer notes at the same time. That's the way you get volume difference
Hmm.
on the harpsichord. An organ is even different. Organ has a pedal, a volume pedal that
Hmm.
literally goes up and down that decides how loud or soft you're playing. So again, that's another instrument that it doesn't matter how what your fingers are doing. So yeah, Return to Monkey Island flat out stole from what's offered. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like classical organists, they're just. I mean, listen, I've been a professional musician for a long time, but those guys make me look like I don't know what I'm doing. Classical organ players, classical pianists, even. Like if I got on the piano afterwards, you'd be like, I don't think so. It's pretty. The gap is pretty significant.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it, and it's just yeah, it's hard to describe.
You have pedals too, though, don't you?
Yeah, the foot pedals on piano though are just used for sustain or
Okay.
sostenuto, which is like sustain of only the notes you hit at a certain time, and then soft pedal, which just makes the sound softer.
Okay.
So yeah, Bach was a next level guy for sure. And there's guys like that now. Like Keith Jarrett was one of those guys. He had a stroke, unfortunately, so he can't really play with two hands
Hmm.
anymore. But he was one of those guys that was like on that level of improvising like fugues, and yeah, it was that's anyway for studying music. If you want to study music, that stuff is really deep. The rabbit hole goes very deep. We're
Hmm.
only scratching the surface. Anyway, I'm gonna save this. And I'm glad nobody redeemed anything today as far as oops, playing showing off something from the
Oh,
collection.
right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
But I do have a couple of things that actually I should show
Nice, of
off.
course.
So I'll show off a few things. No hardware, no software to well, hardware I guess.
Oh, what's this? What's
This is my
this?
pass
Oh,
for
Marley.
Marley Festival.
Mm-hmm.
This was at Red Rocks in Colorado.
Is it this year?
It was this year. Yep.
Yeah.
This is my pass for Jugend 23, however you pronounce that. And there's the artist lineup.
Yay. Do you
Uh,
keep all those or what?
I keep all this stuff. I think
You
I've
know, I have.
kept almost every single one of them from every show I've ever done.
Where do you keep them?
I have a box in the
Okay, I've
basement.
got. Can I bring mine? I'm gonna bring mine. I got
Yeah.
two. I'll be right back. Okay.
Here's this is a festival in France. This is the Findings Festival. This was in uh I think Norway. Pretty sure it was Norway. I think it was Oslo. Yeah, this was the last festival we played on the tour. And then this is, well, if you can read it, La Cerise, something Chateau, somewhere in France. There's another Findings Festival.
Okay.
I think that's it. And then I have my regular. Oh, nice! I have my regular tour pass.
You have 12 years worth of like passes?
More than that, yeah.
It's kind of like I'm
I
really
have all the
sur-
Fabulous stuff too. So when I toured with Fabulous, I have all that as well.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised actually that you kept them all. And I'm impressed.
I kept every single one of them. They go into my backpack or they go into my luggage.
Aw, that's real
And I have
sweet.
like, I take these too. I'll show you.
Okay, well, while Dan's gone, I can show mine.
Yeah,
Um,
show yours.
well, I've got this. Well, hold on. I got to turn off my screen, my green screen. It's eating it. Give me a second. More. Nope. Video. No. Video. Video. Video settings. Background and effects. None. Oh no, blur. Okay, cool. Okay, so I've got this is from the X. Oh, come on, don't blur. From the XP Developer Summit. Come on, don't do this to me. XP Developers. Kinda
Getting
like
out of
bring this stuff.
focus or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to like. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna focus again because it's just not being smart. Okay, great. Okay, so this is from the XP Developer Summit that was in Toronto this year.
Nice.
And then we've even got a little pin, like an XP pin thingy. And then, well, I have more of these, but these just happen to be hanging there. This is from Ubisoft Indie Series this year. When I was working with my friend Ilya for his game Strange Dungeon by Computechnosoft Core. He was a finalist in that, so I got to go to that. Didn't win, but that's cool. And then these are the two that I acquired from Dan. And now that I know he keeps them, I'm definitely going to keep them. This is from Festive Wa.
I don't
This was
even
in,
have that.
why not?
I never
Well,
got one of
you
those.
didn't get one. Do you want this one? This doesn't have my name on it. So,
Maybe.
Festival Artiste. This is the one from the past from of Torvier, and I guess Dan didn't get this one. And the other one I have from seeing Dan in Montreal is this one. I like this one. Says
I
Sean
don't
Paul.
have that either.
What? This
I
is
don't think
AAA,
so.
Dan. This is SP team for Sean Paul team
I don't know.
on a Corona lanyard.
Yeah, I don't think I have that. Yeah.
So I have two that Dan does not have.
Maybe I do.
It says Beach Club at the top. That's where the venue was.
Maybe I do. I don't know.
I'm part of SP team,
Nice.
so I'm really happy with that. Ah.
Um, what's the most starstruck you've ever been while working in the music industry? I don't know. What about you? What about most starstruck you've been? Period.
Oh, I haven't really met a lot of people. Like, I mean, obviously I met Sean Paul. That was
Yeah, but I
awesome.
don't know if that you were starstruck.
It was just really nice. He seemed like a really nice
He's a
person.
nice guy. Yeah, 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 for
Like we just
sure.
had a little conversation. Like I wasn't like super starstruck.
Yeah. I don't know.
Um,
I don't think I have anybody, but
who was I starstruck to meet? I haven't really met very many like famous people, if any. Definitely
really?
the most famousest was the Sean Paul. And of course, I've got Nicholas Patton. Yeah, I've definitely heard Sean Paul's Temperature. I was a Sean Paul fan before me even meeting Dan, actually.
Was
Grindaslav
it a vegan restaurant?
Grindaslav was starstruck when he met
I
Dan
think I was
Policar
probably more starstruck by
at a
like
vegan
meeting
restaurant.
game developers and stuff. Is that weird?
I was pretty starstruck meeting Douglas Herring, who did the art for Colonel's
Yeah,
Bequest. That was pretty
that was
awesome.
cool.
That was pretty
I
awesome.
didn't get to actually physically meet Roberta and Ken Williams, but meeting
Mm.
Roberta Williams even over email was pretty dang cool. And then, meeting the Romeros was like that too.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Like I don't know. It was cool for me. I brought them to the show a couple years back, I think 2019 or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, something
And
like that.
we had fun. And then the last couple years they've been busy or out of town, so I haven't been able to bring them to the shows. But
Yeah.
oh yeah, I did meet Akon the other day.
Oh, yeah?
I met Akon, a few other people, a few other artists, but nobody like that I knew about beforehand, except for Akon and Sean. Yeah, Sean. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever really been super starstruck. Hmm. Well, I mean, I definitely was starstruck as a kid, but that was like not for famous people though. Yeah, so I don't know.
I got a book signed by Neil Gaiman when he was in town,
Oh, that's
about some
cool.
book or other. But I wasn't starstruck even. I just asked him, are you happy and how do you like your life and stuff? And he seemed like he's like, yeah. I don't know.
That's
That was
cool.
like a while ago, like a long time ago. I don't know.
Okay, David Bowie would have probably gotten me starstruck.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah, yeah, yeah. That
Jackson,
would, yeah.
Prince. I never got to meet any of those guys.
Uh,
Um, who else? I don't know.
well, you
It
met
was
Gwen Stefani.
right. I wasn't really starstruck. Yeah. She is beautiful though.
Mm,
Oh my god.
mm.
And she has like her like product lines or whatever.
Oh, does she? What
Yeah,
does she sell?
she sells like makeup and stuff.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
But she was I remember asking, I was like, "Hey, can the band get a picture with you?" She's like, "I did not spend 4 hours in makeup to not take pictures." And I was like,
Aw,
"Sweet." So we got a
aw, that's
picture
so
with the
sweet.
band and Sean and stuff. Archie Comics. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Dan DeCarlo for sure.
Like I don't even think I've really ever met any actors, or if I have, like I didn't realize who they were until after I met them, so it was hard to be starstruck. I mean, maybe the Marleys, some of the Marleys. I
When I
don't
went to
know.
some comic convention, I saw the guy who played Draco Malfoy walking to some show floor. Like I wasn't Star Trek. I'm like, oh, there's that guy that was in Harry
That
Potter.
guy, yeah.
Um, and when I saw a panel that was all the original TNG cast reunion,
Oh, that's
that
cool.
was that was cool, but it wasn't like Star Trek. I didn't meet them. I didn't pay the $80
Right,
to get
right,
Patrick
right. The
Stewart's,
meet and greet, yeah.
whatever. Just went and saw the thing. Um,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like sometimes I just like meeting people that I appreciate what they're doing. Like I'm not necessarily starstruck, but
hmm,
like just somebody that you appreciate their music. Like I heard this artist in Norway and I was like, man,
hmm,
this is really good music. I didn't get to see their show. I didn't know if it was a DJ. I didn't know what it was, whatever.
hmm.
And I got to meet her after the show and I was like, man, her music was really, really good. Like, but it's rare that I don't know. I don't starstruck. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe over. I don't know, John Mayer or somebody. Who else am I gonna get starstruck over? I don't know.
Oh, you love his song. Did you ever get to tell
Lionel
him?
Richie, Stevie Wonder for sure.
Tim, oh, Gundolf was starstruck meeting Tim Schafer at GDC.
Tim Schafer, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I mean, think about that. Like, that's the guy.
Yeah.
He created arguably the archetype for current adventure games in a way. I mean, along with Sierra, of course. I'm not trying to take away credit from anywhere else, but I think a lot of people think of the Lucasfilm stuff as superior. I don't know.
Yeah, like the music is a cut above,
The music
without a
is a cut
doubt.
above. The lack of deaths usually. Most of them don't
Mm-hmm.
have like
Mm-hmm.
what do they call that? When
Uh,
you
Soft Lock,
yeah, or dead man walking.
Dead Man Walking.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I think Nancy Maple would be in Ravenclaw because she's not particularly brave, really, but she's pretty bookish. Like she likes rocks and stuff.
Rob
Yeah, she's.
Paulson. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, can you imagine meeting somebody like Frank Welker, a voice like that, or like,
Hmm.
or even what's his name, Peter Cullen, Transformers.
Right, of course. Or Kevin Conroy.
Those type of
Yeah.
voices, and you just
Yeah.
hear them sometimes, and you're just like, my God,
Yeah.
those voices. I don't know.
We.
I hear voices like that. Like it's certain people speak a certain way, like they
Hmm.
have a unique tone to their voice.
Yeah, like were you starstruck meeting Miley Cyrus?
No,
But she has the voice, right?
she does. She has
Yeah.
a very deep voice. Maybe I was a little starstruck meeting Dr. Luke.
Who's Dr. Luke?
He's a producer.
James Young?
Yeah, he's a producer. He kind of unfortunately like had like a bad situation with Kesha, and that didn't go well, and they settled and whatever. But yeah, he's not a guy necessarily that a lot of people want to look up to because of that,
Hmm.
unfortunately.
Hmm.
But as a producer, the guy's unbelievable. The guy's
Hmm.
really unbelievable. Or Max Martin, that guy probably would probably get me starstruck, I would think.
Mouse saw Neil Young once shopping in Tokyo. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten to meet a lot of like music
Oh,
celebrities.
sure.
Um, maybe sports figures would get me more
Oh
starstruck
my
too. I don't
God.
know. Like before he got traded to the Broncos, meeting Russell Wilson would have been crazy. Uh, oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Grinstuff met Kim Clark over Zoom because you got him to
Yeah,
voice a
that's
role in
pretty awesome.
Rosewater. You show him your Leonardo action figure. Nice. Yeah, I don't know, like
Like if I got to meet Ken Griffey Jr. or Gary Payton or somebody like that, like those are like my childhood heroes. Or Nolan Ryan, guys like that.
when Roger before Roger Federer retired, he came to the Rogers Open here,
Yep.
and so we saw him play. That was really cool.
Oh,
But
nice,
didn't meet him, but that was really cool.
nice. Yeah, so I showed off a little tour merch. We got a little bit of a song done.
And I got 2
Feeling
passes you
pretty
don't
good.
have. Woo! I'll sell them to you.
Maybe I do have them. Oh, I forgot
Probably
to
have
show
them.
you. I was gonna
Yeah.
show these off. Like I take these from the dressing rooms. Once the tour's done, these are fair game as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, sure, they don't need them. They're going in the garbage.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So you can tell that this one has the date on it.
nice.
This one's just from a tour of Germany that we did years ago. It has the promoter
Oh, that's
up
great.
there.
That's great.
And this is like a hologram thing,
Ooh,
so I'm
yeah,
like,
holograms
yeah,
are sweet.
man, I'm keeping that. I've got a few of those. I've got some posters.
Deluxe says, Oji-san, inochi o mite nasai. He's saying, kind of like Uncle, show me your life, I think. Or look, or I want to see your life. I think, but I'm not, my Japanese
Okay.
ain't no good. Ain't no good.
Okay, well mine's worse than that, so don't worry about it.
But yeah, yeah, I don't really, yeah, I don't see that very many famous folk.
In
Not
Toronto,
really.
it's not a thing.
No, like I mean, there's a lot of things filming and stuff, but I'm not downtown that much and
Right.
stuff, like walking around. And I don't know. I feel like for the most part, if I see like famous people, then I don't, yeah, I don't lose my mind and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe back in the day, for me it would have been like some celebrity crush actor or something like that. But I don't know. Nowadays, not so much.
Oh, okay, so I was kind of right. Old man, take a look at my life.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
a song, yeah.
remember when Neil Gaiman
Oh,
song? Gotcha.
Christopher Lloyd would be cool.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd is like he's like 88 years old or something like that. Is he that old? Maybe he's not that old.
He's probably pretty
He's
old.
in his 80s though.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He looked like he was in his 80s in the movies that he did in the 80s. So
Yeah,
who
I think he's
knows?
one of those guys who's always looked kind of old.
Yeah. That was his thing.
Yeah.
Toonstruck too.
Well, I have a Tombstone CD here somewhere.
I
Hidden.
probably I don't have that one. No, I don't have that one.
I don't know, maybe like Harrison Ford would be really cool to
Yeah,
meet.
man. Yeah, that
Yeah.
I think I'd be starstruck.
Or
Presently
like
84. Okay.
or Miyazaki, Hayao Miyazaki, who is like a Studio Ghibli director. He'd
Hmm.
be really cool to meet. That is
Toonstruck on
Dan.
Steam.
This is great by the way, Dan, your logo.
Thank you. I didn't actually
Fantastic.
make it, but I hired a great designer to make it.
You did.
Yep.
It was this is this a music industry designer person?
He's a bass player, but he just happened to
Oh,
be
okay.
like a graphic designer as like his day job was like well now he's an art director, I think, but
Nice. Give me a job.
but he saw like designs I was getting. He's like, "Dude, these are crap. Throw this away. You don't need colors. Do this." Um and go from there. It's a good logo. Yeah, I agree. I think it's cool.
Because it does everything. It does like DTB and also looks like Autocon or Decepticon or whatever.
You mixed
Autobot
them
logo.
together.
I know. I was like Autocon. Autocon is like an anime convention.
In otaku convention, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not a thing. Well, it is a thing, but it's not a hat thing. But yeah, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Exactly what you
The
want.
only reason I know about Otacon is because of Metal Gear Solid.
Uh, oh no, maybe.
The first game, the guy's name is Otacon, and he refers to it. He says, "Call me this" because of the otaku convention.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, and that was in the '90s, so you know. Steven Spielberg, John Williams, George Lucas, and Harrison Ford. Yeah, John Williams. John Williams is in his 90s.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's up there. John Williams is really like, I don't know, the last of Dave War. Yeah, Otacon was his call sign, but he said like in Metal Gear Solid 1 when you play it, he's like, "Oh yeah, just call me Otacon. It's for the otaku." Like he gives a whole bunch of unnecessary information. Otaku convention, and it's like, dude, we're in a war zone. We're trying to get out of this place alive, and he's talking about some BS. So anyway, well, we lost Julia again. Let me put Julia back on. Okay, there she is.
Hi.
You're back.
I'm back.
again.
Again.
I think at this point though, it would be a good time to decide on somebody we should raid.
Awesome.
So thank you everybody
Awesome.
for coming and watching. Um,
Yes. Thank you, Dan, for showing up
yeah, I actually showed up today.
and did some good work.
Well, you know, I try.
Wow. Yeah.
Let's see. So we've got Wing Commander 3, Prison City, Retro, T-Pain,
If you don't
Robot
have anything,
Spacer, Cobra Commanda. Oh God.
okay, it sounds like you have an abundance of choice. So
I
I
don't
won't
know.
suggest
No,
any.
I'm up for a new choice as well.
Well, it's not a new choice because the thing is there's a few things. One of them that I have is, and I've rated him a lot, so we don't have to rate him today. But like Robot Spacer is streaming Murder Club, which is, and
Murder
he's playing
Mystery.
the EGA version. It's a murder mystery by a Japanese woman game designer who also made Hotel Dusk and something else. Her name is Rika something or other. Hotel Dusk.
Rika, yeah, I see it.
Uh,
Rika something. Suze
Rika Suzuki, who
Suzuki.
also did Hotel Dusk, and she did something else that she's more famous for. But I happen to have Hotel Dusk, which is why
So let's
I
rate
know
him.
that one. Modby Games. Okay, Moby Games. She made.
Oh
What do
God,
people know
I
her
don't even
for?
remember how to do this.
Trace Memory. What do
I'm
people
so
know
old.
her for?
Robot Spacer.
But we don't have to do that because, like, also,
No, I think that's
um,
a good one. EGA Murder Mystery. I mean,
EGA
that's
Murder
kind of on
Mystery
brand for us, right?
with a lady developer who's
Okay, that's on
Japanese.
brand.
It's very on brand.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, Dan. Don't be a stranger.
It's good to see you, Julia.
Got to do this again sometime.
Oh, we'll see.
Mm. Well, you said you're leaving Wednesday, but we just had you, so I mean, we can't be spoiled
No, not.
with too much
But the
Dan.
following week, there's a possibility. So I don't know.
Nice.
We'll work it out.
Work it out. Send me
We'll
the
sort it
track
out. I'll
and the
do
other
that.
ones I asked for
I
too.
will do that.
There's three of them. I already have the
71
next three lined up
frames.
that I need.
What
Two.
does that mean?
What?
What am I
What?
missing here?
What are you missing? What? It's a good.
Frames. 71 frames is actually 171 because A Sprite
Oh
only shows
no!
2 digits in this. Oof.
Oh, just animating an ace, right?
Ouch.
Which I don't use, but yeah, that's an eek.
All right, let's rate up and see what's going on.
All right, have a good night, everybody. Happy Crimson Tuesday.
Happy Crimson
Um,
Tuesday.
see you guys later.